Legends rise from blister packs. Childhood whispers calling back. Figures posed in perfect time. A world of wonder built for you. Legends rise from blister packs. Childhood whispers calling back. Figures posed in perfect time. A world of wonder built for you. Toy me, toy you. The fun begins. Grab your grails, let's dive right in.
Hi and welcome to Toy Me, Toy You. I'm Rudy Sasu, and as always, I am with my co-host Lily.
Hello!
And the Toy Slice himself, Dave.
Good evening.
And as you can see, we are also joined by two esteemed guests. We have got Primetime Moth.
Hello!
And the legend of Galashiels, Mr. Borders Dude, John.
Hello.
So, same as always, apart from a few changes, as we have two guests and a more lengthier discussion topic, there is no Blast from the Past or Wrong Toyses this week, which does give us a break and allows it to be a bit more fresher and give us time to prep those a bit more. But it obviously gives us time to discuss Battle of the Brands. Obviously, we'll have some toy news and our pickups. So let's head in to the news.
Okie dokie, let's do this. So, toy news. Obviously, it's been Comic-Con the weekend before last. So there has been a lot of toy news doing the rounds, but I've tried to just condense it and just do a few select tidbits of news for us. And if you're in the live chat, do let us know what you think about any of this stuff, and we'll catch up with the chat a bit later on. Okay, so starting off, this is a New York Comic Con exclusive from Mondo. This is their Doctor Doom soft vinyl figure. So this is a big 10-inch figure. They've released a version of this before. This is a repaint that's more comic-y, and it's $185 worth, apparently. It's a big chunky boy. I do like it, with very limited articulation. I think just the arms move. He looks nice, and if you put that on a shelf, it'd really stand out and have a lot of presence. I think it's cool. Any Doctor Doom fans in the group today?
I'm quite a big Fantastic Four Doctor Doom fan, but it's a little bit too super deformed for me. Yeah, it's too big and wide. You know, it's kind of like an oversized mini-bot, the way they're super deformed. But yeah, the colours look epic. Mondo showed off a lot of toys at New York. A lot.
And teased some epic brands as well.
I think he looks cool. I like the chunky proportions. I don't like the price tag.
Like, as Mondo goes, that's higher end for them, isn't it?
Yeah.
Some Mondo things are like 100, which I think is, you know, a fair price for what Mondo do. But yeah, 185, obviously US dollars.
All right, and then Marvel Legends made to order X-Men 97 Apocalypse, and this apparently is going to set you back £125.
Yeesh.
For a Marvel Legends figure.
That's already been out.
It's a big Marvel Legends figure, 12-inch tall, but that's a lot of money.
It is.
I think they might struggle to sell this.
Yeah.
A little bit, only because a lot of people bought the previous release. I definitely did. I bought it on like a little bit reduced. I think do you have it, John? There you go. John is here, ready. Did you got it in the sale as well, didn't you?
Yeah.
If that toy is going into the sale, I can only imagine at some point this one will.
It's
but
not.
Yeah,
Apocalypse is not the most interesting character design for me.
No.
Just looks a bit plain. Not very exciting.
it's quite flat.
I'm trying so bad not to just cave in all the X-Men stuff. Like, I did all the original Marvel Legends and then sold them all when I was saving for a wedding. And it's everything I can do not to just buy all the X-Men 97 stuff again. I've bought a selection.
Yeah.
I did cave on the Sentinel, not going to lie. When they did the made-to-order Sentinels, I caved on that. And when I saw that, the original one reduced to this, I was like, oh, and it's a hard ask.
That's a good shot there. I think if you're all in and you want to create a display with all of the X-Men 97 figures, then yeah, I can see a justification for having this to make the full display. But yeah, still, it's a lot of pennies.
And is it just the same as the one you've got, like John and Rudy? Is it like in the same size and stuff? It's not any different.
It looks
The
like the
previous
deck.
one, so is it like 9 inches? I think
Okay.
might be 8.5.
So this is a bigger one.
Slightly bigger, yeah. Additional deco, additional accessories as well.
Okay.
But is it worth?
I I'll often talk about price. I don't think it's worth it. 90 quid over here. It's a lot for Marvel Legends.
Yeah.
Considering that like a bog standard one costs 25. I picked up Maverick, who's quite a big Marvel Legends figure, for £12. It's just there's such a big divide on Marvel Legends.
All right, Jada Toys Street Fighter 2, Akuma and Balrog. I'm very excited we're getting Akuma toys. Akuma is my favorite character, not from Street Fighter really, but from Super Puzzle Fighter 2 Turbo, the greatest puzzle game of all time, in which Akuma is the final boss. And this is a really good looking Akuma. I should also mention Balrog, who's also in the picture. Yeah, £23 each. I've seen these up for pre-order for a very reasonable price. And Jada figures, I don't have any myself yet, but they are, I know, very well regarded in the community in general. So what are we thinking, guys?
Yeah. Not a stream goes by that we don't talk about Street Fighter or Turtles. Yeah, it looks great.
Awesome. Have you got some of the Jada figures, John?
Yeah, I've got a few.
I thought you
Although the fact they're doing alpha, I'm quite tempted just to flip them and then just start with the alpha series because that's my jam.
Cool.
That's my
Right.
jam. Yeah.
Well, we might discuss this a bit more in the discussion later, so we'll
Leave
keep
it there.
moving.
Leave it there. Moving on.
And yeah, so he comes with a few accessories, alternate head, alternate hands. It does look very, very cool. And then Balrog. He looks cool as well.
Yeah, great poses.
I think these are the first Jada Street Fighter figures to have the toe tilt introduced in them. As an extra point of articulation, which is good. Nice little extra bit of posability for you. And then Storm Arena Street Fighter and Darkstalkers coming up in a minute. And you can see again at the back there an Akuma. And this gives me a big conundrum because I definitely want an Akuma in my collection.
We should totally discuss this.
Really know that I need to.
It'd be a great idea for a discussion, that wouldn't it?
And funnily enough, this exact topic might be what inspired our later discussion. So bear with me. Oh, he looks so good.
That
They
does
both
look
look really good. I can pick pros and cons for each one. It's so hard. First world problems, I know, but and then from Darkstalkers, we got Morrigan and Lilith. Morrigan is also featured in Super Puzzle Fighter 2 Turbo, but I'm less interested in the Darkstalkers characters there. They were just thrown in Puzzle Fighter as a sort of a let's try and promote the new franchise that we've introduced at Capcom, because it was released slightly after Darkstalkers first started. But they're cool looking figures.
Mm-hmm.
Bit of a different aesthetic. And Then Four Horsemen Studios Graveyard Zombies. These are 1/12 scale figures again, £55 each. The Four Horsemen stuff does look really good.
Mhm.
I need to get in on this at some point.
Yeah, no, I just
Not sure the zombies are the ones for me, but there's definitely some stuff that they're doing in Mythic Legions and Cosmic Legions and all of that looks really good. So yeah, they've got some clothes, some fabrics on them. You like a bit of soft goods, don't you, Rudy?
I do. You know, it wasn't always the case, and I always mention it. It just I was swayed a few years ago, and now I'm all in for it.
That's cool looking. Look at the
Yeah.
detail on his chest. Like that.
Yeah, it's all the extra like paint textures and
Yeah.
everything they put in there. It's really good.
I just always wonder where they'd fit in my collection or what I'd display them with. Because everything when I display stuff when it's not in storage, it's all just higgledy-piggledy. But now I kind of theme a few bits and pieces. So I've got a like mixed up area which is just for fun, and then I'll start.
I'm sort of getting one from this line, one from that line, one from the other line, and it just becomes a display of all the odd ones.
In some ways, it's very
cool.
American Zombie.
I like the way they've done the T-shirt. So it basically says Four Horsemen in a very, very stylized fashion. But if you squint, you can see that.
Yeah, I can see what you mean. Yeah.
And then you can get these additional soft goods packs to dress them up differently, because we all like dressing up our dollies, don't we? Lovely stuff. And then Four Horsemen again are doing some blind box graveyard skeletons. So you can buy one of these for $20 in a blind box, and you get a mystery color, which could be one of these 4 colors on the screen right now, or a chase black skeleton. I'm not sure how I feel about that. If I want to buy a skeleton, I want to pick my color.
Yeah.
That's the joy of a blind bag, though,
But
isn't it?
yeah, I thought I'd get it. It's so they don't end up with loads of one color left over. Isn't it? And you can mix and match the pieces if you get more than one of them.
I mean, that's kind of fun.
Yeah, it is fun. And yeah, what did I say the price was? $20 they're doing them for. So
Right, enough.
Chase the rainbow.
Yeah, we'd get suckered importing them here, but if you happen to be in the US, you could go for those. That's a very reasonable price. Joy Toy, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Leatherhead, and Metalhead. Do we have any TMNT fans on the show this evening?
Nah.
I haven't caved on the Joy Toy stuff. I mean, when you look up and you see like the volume of Turtle stuff I've got, I'm like, back to your conversation for later on tonight. It's what you say, enough's enough. These are great. Like, I got the Donatello because Donatello's the best turtle, obviously.
Absolutely.
And it's great.
Don't start that.
It's a great figure, and I could easily see actually having them all, but I was like, it's a great figure, but it doesn't fit. I like the comic athletic the cartoon or toy. It doesn't fit in either of them, so it was I can kind of safely say no to these, but oh my god, that looks good.
This Leatherhead looks really good. Yeah, I like his massive rocket launcher and his lobsters, his holsters.
I like that Joy Toy have just said, you know what, we'll do our own thing, and we won't go comic, we won't go Eastman and Laird 1984 art or cartoon or whatever. They've just gone, right, we can do this.
They've gone for their own style.
Yeah.
And I think it works better for some characters than others.
Yes,
for
in my opinion. But
that drawing still, like, portability wise, and how they can, like, that as a display piece, having it all like that's great. Like, rather than accessory just sitting loose on the floor, being able to do that, and then the next picture with the rockets is just brilliant. Like, Joy Toy stuff.
Yeah, that's very good.
I jumped in the Warhammer stuff originally, and then I quickly got out of it because I thought, this is dangerous.
It's a smaller scale, so you have to think about how you display it differently, I think. Like with my sort of setup, I don't think they're really good for it because they're a bit small. But if I wanted to go in on it, I'd have to rethink how I arrange my shelves and how
I
I
think
display stuff.
Metalhead is one of those characters that whichever like aesthetic you like, you will get a good toy.
Yeah, yeah,
It's just that kind of character.
agree.
And then they're doing the Turtle Van. For £135, you too can own a Joy Toy Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle Van in 1/18 scale.
I do like that. I like the grubby effect to it. Like that's the other aspect we talked about, the kind of paint on the figures earlier. Like that looks like a worn one. You know, you want it to have that grubby effect to it. Like it's New York's not clean the nicest way. Should they be clean? But that's nice. I like that.
It does look very good. I have a 1/18 Lamborghini over there. I'm looking at it now. This is going to be big.
That's cool.
The figures
yeah.
are small, but the van's going to be quite large.
Yeah, I think I feel like it's lowered. Like the suspension's too low for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It looks an over stylized Fast and Furious
Yeah,
cartoon style.
That wouldn't work in the UK with all the potholes. That would destroy it. Shredder just doesn't need it. He just leaves them with the potholes and they're screwed.
But then again, it fits the aesthetic of what the figures look like.
Yeah. The colours look great on it. Really good.
Well, I'll let you know.
A bit more turtles. These look amazing. Playmates. Playmates are awesome. They're doing Ninja Turtles knockoff knockout 2-packs. So we're getting from the Mutant Mayhem universe a more conventional Donnie here, and then a knockoff Danny.
It's brilliant.
And so
This
the
is so good. I love it when toy companies just do mental stuff.
I agree.
Yeah.
And Playmates
And,
love to do silly things with their turtle stuff. And
We might as well look at the others
Great.
as well, I suppose. These all look really cool. So Raph and Ralph, Leo and Nardo, and then Mikey and Mark.
Tubular tortoise. It's an absolute like giving them the bird to every other company. It's like, do you know what? Look what we
Tubular tortoise karate warriors. Amazing.
can do.
So yeah, I'm pretty much going to be getting one of these Donnies, I think.
Same as
And then Masters of the Universe from Mattel. This is 2000X Series 1 and the Deluxe Beastman. 5.5-inch scale Beastman, a bit bigger. £22 each, or £28 for the Beastman. So these are sort of in that Origins cartoon collection sort of scale wise. What do we think of these? Any takers?
I'm tempted.
I'd like to get one, just one. I think because then, I'd be in for Stratos.
yeah. That looks good. The 2008 Stratos figure's a great figure, like the original figure. I think I'm going to probably pick these up, but just sit. Like I've been picking up a lot of cartoon collection and just leave them carded because I'm like, I'd rather get them and not have FOMO, and then down the line I can make a decision to just flip them. But
Yeah.
that's nice. Triclops was my favourite toy as a kid, so I always get Triclops figures, and that's cool. I do think they're nice. They look good. The Beastman looks brilliant.
Like, to be honest, I love every iteration of Masters of the Universe. And I thought 2000X or 200X, or however you want to pronounce that. Yeah, I thought it was such a great show.
I do think they
I
look
have no-
cool.
I have no
I'm
choice.
probably drawing the line under my Masters of the Universe stuff now. I've got a little collection of Masterverse.
Well, I've just done Revelation and Revolution last weekend, like back to back. I did it in one evening.
Brilliant.
Yeah, my wife was working late. My kids were all asleep. I was like, you know what? I'm going to max out every episode back to back. And I'm like, I feel like I want more He-Man toys, even though I've got enough in my collection. I just want more now. It'll pass.
That's a nice box.
If you want more He-Man toys, Mondo have got you back. Again, 2000X or 200X if you like. Bit more pricey on these ones. And they're not all the same price. So He-Man's $115, Skeletor $105, Man-at-Arms $110, and Clawful $125. because he's a bit chunkier.
Do you know what I like with that part is the fact that they're not sticking to a price point for a size. You know, like
Yeah.
Hasbro do. You know, sometimes you pick up two Hasbro, same scale, and go, "That's worth its money. This isn't." Like, why do we need to really? I get for kids' toys that's why they probably do it. I like that for these collector bits, they go, well, we're pricing it based on the figure because this figure's worth this. This is worth $10 more or $15 more. I mean, I'm not buying them, to be honest. I like the.
He's got lovely furry pants. I do worry about those pants becoming matted over time, though, if I'm honest.
It's just about taking care of your toys, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
But I don't take care of my toys. I mess around with them.
Yeah. You make your prized possession, Big Die-X, all loose. Rudy!
That Skeletor looks really good.
It really does. It really does. It looks like a proper posable cape, which is just one of my
Yeah,
favourite
wired
things.
cape.
If you're
Wide
going to
cape.
when you do a cape, do it proper wired. Like the Super 7 ones are great for that. Like you want that posability. Oh,
And they use proper, like, better quality fabric. It's literally like,
yeah,
don't use offcuts, don't be cheap.
yeah.
Just
yeah.
wire it and use good quality. You know, I work in fashion retail. You know, I know what good quality products are. Yeah, love it. Oh my god, like I've always loved how from 200X or 2000X, whatever you want to call it, he's over proportioned. Like everything is just too big on him. I love it.
That is a chunky shoulder.
Yeah, and the leg
was-
and all the isometric stuff. It's asymmetric.
Nice.
Rudy, am I right? That was the Four Horsemen that came up with the designs for the.
I always thought so. Yeah.
Yeah, because I think they now got the toy license and then kind of played about with it, and then it all kind of kicked off. Some of the stuff just looks great, doesn't it? Like, oof. Jeez, look at the size of his
Even the
feet.
stand that they've got for Clawful looks really cool.
Yeah. The fact they come with display pieces as well, kind of is nice, a nice touch. And it adds to the cost, but
Bit of Transformers news. Starscream and Optimus Prime from Timelines. This is a 2-pack that'll set you back $60, which will probably be about £60 over here. I haven't seen any UK sites with it stocked at the moment. Anyway, these are interesting. So we've got a Starscream based on the old Kingdom Air Razor mold, a remold thereof, that turns into a bird. Fun. And an Optimus Prime, samurai style, that turns into an ox pulling a cart. Amazing stuff.
Yeah.
This is
Very,
almost as good as those knockoff turtles. Almost. Bonkers
very
stuff.
like very period specific.
yeah.
Yeah.
You know, whichever dynasty they are. You know.
Oh. Again, these would not really fit with anything else that I have, but I kind of want this just because it's bonkers.
I wouldn't even put it in like robot mode. I'd want it in that mode.
Yeah, I'd want it in that mode too. Really good.
I think Transformers the show would absolutely love to get those figures because he
Yeah.
loves his beast formers.
Oh yeah, definitely. That does look fun. And then Hasbro Kenner Classics, the Real Ghostbusters, Ectoglow Classic Ghosts. £40 for this set. Your Stay Puft Marshmallow Man and your Slimer and a few glow-in-the-dark accessories.
I've ordered
Foodstuffs.
these. I
Yeah.
love my Real Ghostbusters reissues. I love Glow in the Dark. The Ectoglow stuff is gorgeous. It really, really pops. And they've also confirmed they're doing the Copter, which was an unreleased toy, and
Lewis Tully.
yeah, which was a sneaky one because they didn't say we're doing it, but then they did pictures
Yeah,
with Lewis
yeah,
Tully. And
yeah.
I was like, I love that. I love when you do wee clever bits of marketing like that, where it's just like, we're doing it, just like they tell you we're doing it. But these are great. Like, I cannot wait for these.
It's good because like so much gets revealed prior to a convention,
Yeah.
and it's just it doesn't ruin it, but it just kind of takes the edge away of what your company's trying to do and
Yeah.
be cutting edge and forthcoming, and it gets leaked like 2 days before. It's just like already seen this.
No, it's good.
Still bit of like, right now.
I do like the aspect that if you're going to go and do retro figures, go and do unreleased figures. Like, go and do the stuff that collectors really want. You know what I mean? Like, I think that's great. So I am really enjoying these.
What a
Awesome.
segue, Moff, into unreleased figures.
Go on then, Rudy.
So, I'm going to say a couple of weeks ago, Dan Larson from Toy Galaxy / Secret Galaxy, call it what you will, on his Instagram page, he dropped a picture of this, which is a guy who is doing a Kickstarter for Mighty Orbots, and he's going to replicate the original Mattel toy that never got made. I'm a huge Mighty Orbots fan, and I can't believe that this is getting made. There's no Kickstarter yet, but it is going to happen. But I'm fully involved. Here we go. Here is an early prototype. So as you can see, it looks like the original toy that never was. Big, chunky, looks like the TV show. And yeah, I'm all excited. There you go. This is what was shown in like the Mattel catalog.
Okay.
Yeah, and the guy is trying to recreate it. So he has got a website that tells you a bit more about the story, and as I said, the Kickstarter hopefully soon, which could take years. I'm still waiting on Skeletron, Robo Skull stuff now, so be prepared that you might be in for a wait. But yeah, I'm all in on this. The success of RC in Missing Link just makes me say, release unreleased toys, or if you have images of prototypes, make them. People will
Anything
buy
can
them.
happen.
Yeah, if you build it, they will come.
Okay, so if you want to find out more about that and follow along, you can visit themightyorbots.com.
Super exciting.
There you go. All right, that is the end of our news. So let's take that one down for now. Lee, would you like to catch us up with some of the chat that's been going on?
We can have a look at the chat, can't we? Right, so Gauser, he likes a bit of Doom, but Mondo is way out of his price range.
Likewise.
Right, we have a hello
Same.
from Cosmic Toys. Hello, Andy. How you doing? What's up, hey Andy? Hey Andy's.
Hey up, duck.
Hey up, duck. He also says, and you got a nice t-shirt there, Moth. Lovely t-shirt. Welcome to Scrolling Through the Comics with Lily.
In reference to Moth's wonderful t-shirt of Battle Beasts, I had a handful of Battle Beast toys. Obviously, unbeknownst to me, it's not until 2008 when I watched the Japanese continuity of Transformers that I realised, oh, I've seen these before. Yeah, played with them in-
Yeah, I was the same as you. Like, totally mind blown. And that, do you not think, like, I still think you're finding out things like that now. Like, there's still things you find out now, and you're going, "Oh my god, I can't believe that."
Yeah.
And that's the best bit of the hobby, is that aspect of finding it new stuff, or like that the Mighty Orbots, like the unreleased stuff and new stuff coming, like the Art Missing Link RC, like that aspect of you're never too old to learn something new or experience something new, and the hobby is just amazing. And hopefully G1 Unicrons next year's experience.
Do you not think they could? Could they not be a HasLab? And they'll just,
I
they'll
don't,
just
well,
go for it.
the only bit with it is that because it's Takara. I think Takara will do it.
Yeah.
I think they'll just do it as a normal release rather than it being through HasLab.
Yeah. There isn't a Takara lab. Not yet. Never know.
Like, just
Give them ideas.
how insane it'd be if there was a Takara lab. Like, oh, let's do this. Let's do this really rare Brave figure.
Well, they're doing my Holy Grail, so I'm quite happy.
Yeah.
All right. Are we ready to move on?
We're ready to move on.
Next, we'll do a bit of ye olde pickups.
Yeah.
Let's see what we've all been getting recently.
God.
Shall we? Who wants to go
Get out of
first?
here.
Would one of our guests like to go first? Being that Moth has his own company, he might have a lot to show.
Yeah, that is a challenge. There's always pickups in this house. It's the interesting bit when boxes come in and the wife's like, "Is that for stock?" And I,
Yes, sure.
well, my
Of course
bit is as long as at least one of them's for stock, then the answer's yes. And I'm going to show one Transformer off. I'm going to show one off that will make Lee happy. Like Lee happy.
Oh, nice.
So after a disaster with Hasbro Pulse screwing up my account and not getting confirmations and stuff and then cancelling it, I managed to finally get mine delivered. So I'll open that at some point this week. Can't wait for that. I got a pile of top of He-Man stuff. Like I got a pile of cartoon collection. And
You can't go wrong with a Black Prime.
No, you can't. And then fucking blooming crossovers. Like, do I need any more Thundercats figures? No. Do I need any more He-Man figures? No. But do I need Thundercats and He-Man figures? Yes, why not? But my most fun pickup of recent times, and I only just built it today. Let's see if I can do this without a break. The Lego Game Boy is just so good. And I need to find now, dig out my original. I picked up a mint original Game Boy a few years ago, and it's sitting in storage, so I'm going to bring it out so I can display them together. But I've built loads of Legos last week. I've not had Lego for years, and then just there's so many cool stuff. So
Is it like, is that 1-to-1 scale? Is it?
Yeah. And it's just there's somebody's hacked it and actually built it so it's a working Game Boy now, which is just like surreal. But like it's the same clicking feeling when you put it in.
Oh,
You put the old
That
game in,
noise, the noise of a
Honestly.
generation.
and then like in the I'm going to cut the try to open this up. In the Zelda, when you take off the bit, if you take the Zelda cartridge apart, it's got a battery in it, like the original.
Like the
cartridge it
original,
had.
yeah.
Like,
Oh,
And you don't
God.
see that. You don't need to see that, but it's just it's like Lego is very clever in doing the bits that if you know, you know. You don't need to know the rest of it. But that honestly, that feel of all the buttons have a good feel to them. Yeah. So highly recommend that. It was a great fun rebuild, and it's not too expensive. But yeah, that's what I've got loads of other stuff, but that's all I'm going to show.
All right. Shall we let John go next?
Well, I got something very limited edition. I'll show you there. Look at that.
Oh, hey.
There you go, Moff. Winter Spice.
It's not even November yet.
No, I was going to
Is
do a live.
that a Scotland exclusive?
Oh, probably. Yeah.
Smash it open now. Yeah, taste test.
Put
That's
some
not
in
fit
ice.
you, John, but I don't like iron brew. I don't really like fizzy drinks, to be fair. I just drink water and coffee, so.
Oh well.
Your loss.
Let's see the side now.
Yeah. Snazzy bouquet.
To be honest, it doesn't really taste anything. Oh well.
You bigged that up then.
See, I'm going to start drinking
Actually,
it.
it's
That's it.
rubbish.
Well, rubbish brew. On with the toys. So yeah, my camera's being very funky, but never mind. Last two aerial bots to get the Superior one combined, and I'll be happy there. And I'm gonna try and
Ooh, nice.
proper Cable from X-Men '97.
It's gorgeous, that figure.
Yeah.
I did buy that. I bought that
Yeah.
because I was like, I love Deadpool, so I want a Deadpool and Cable set up. So, yeah, it's nice.
Yeah, it's really good. The only thing I would have liked is if he had some way to store his gun on the back.
Yeah.
But considering they show him on the packaging with a gun on the back, but yeah.
Really? I never even noticed. Jeez, that's shocking.
Previous Cable has a hole in the back.
Ah, okay.
Because
Right.
You get a Dremel on it.
Yeah,
I don't usually
Just
buy
get a
this.
bit of blue tack, give it right.
well, I did think of that, Nelly. I did think, it's a workaround, isn't it? But Yeah, that's it for pickups and this disappointing Iron Brew. But hey,
What did you get this week? Disappointment.
disappointing. And I've got another 7 cans of that to drink.
Just donate it to charity.
Yeah, it's harvest. Just donate it to the food bank. They'll love that.
They will, along with Christmas dinner pot noodles. Yeah, I'm sure they'll love that too. Yeah, there we go.
All right. Shall I go next?
You can.
Why not? I've only got one thing. Make me large. Woohoo! And it's this. It's Blocky's Pokemon Charcadet.
Ooh.
A 10k.
It's a very, very cute little Pokemon. This was like £7 from AliExpress. And I got it because I already have the Cerulege, which, if you don't know, is the evolved form of Charcadet here. So when I saw they'd done the little one as well, I thought, well, I'll have to get that, won't I? Because they go together. This
How are
is
the
not
Blockies
really proper
Pokemon?
scale. They're very good.
Yeah.
Very good.
I've got a Greninja for my boy for his Christmas.
Yeah.
And I was like, if they came out in the UK, I could have got stock. And I got more of them for him, but I just thought I'll get one. Get Greninja, that's his favourite, and then we'll see where we go.
I've done a couple of photos because I know he's quite small, showing him off here. So these are a couple of photos I've shared recently on social media.
Oh, that's cool.
So I tried to do one with him with Cerulege in the background and used his accessory. And there he is with Flame from Transformers. They colour match quite well.
I tell
Not like the mega evolution of him.
Yeah. So yeah, he's really cool. He comes with a little stand and everything. He does actually stand up without the stand if you pose him just right, because he's got a big head, which is better than Cerulege, because Cerulege has really kind of stiletto-y legs and just falls over, and they've had to have a stand that goes around the waist on that one.
Kind of
yeah,
who,
it's nice.
who wore it best? That was a thing, wasn't it? Where like celebrities would wear different dresses. And, then,
Speaking of Mega Revolution, I did get the new Pokemon game as well on the Switch, Pokemon Legends CA. Haven't played it an awful lot yet. I have to try and get in when the kids aren't on. So. But yeah, I played a bit and it's fun. They've introduced real-time battling in Pokemon for the first time,
Cool.
which is quite different but good fun. Yeah, so that's me for pickups. Anyone else got anything?
I do indeed. I literally only got this at like 6:30, down from the locker at the end of my road. So I can't tell you really much anything about it because it's literally still in the packaging. But I grabbed the Jada Toys Player 2 Dalsim. So yeah, you get some OG artwork. So that's the original pixel background, but then some new updated artwork. And here is, without the glare, hopefully. It's going to grab my camera screen. So yeah, we have got the deluxe edition of Dalsim Player 2, which comes with a flaming body.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And yeah, in the Player 2 colours. I'm not a huge Dalsim fan at all. He was always really slow, clunky, and it wasn't until years later when I played it again, I was just like, oh, okay, I kind of understand why people like Dalsim.
They've got the bendy limbs and stuff in those as well, haven't they?
He's got an excellent reach. Yeah, and then you can from what I've seen of people doing toy photography, you can get some incredible poses. So yeah, loads of extra limbs, hands, 3 heads, flamey body. So I have Guile. I can now do a kind of fight scene.
Awesome.
Before I blow all my money on Storm Arena.
That looks very cool, and I'm sure it'll look even better when it's out of the box.
Indeed, which I will show you in 2 weeks' time.
So come back in 2 weeks for more of that.
That's it.
Anything else, Rudy?
Pick up.
That's you. Good stuff. It's a good one, though. And Lee, finally, do you have any pickups to share?
I do kind of. Your more eagle eye viewers might notice I've got a little bit different setup because I decided to invest in a couch for my room,
Ooh.
so I can chill out a bit more,
And one
make
for
it a
the cat.
bit more comfy. Yeah, one for the cat, who is currently joining me at the moment.
There you go.
But
You could
it's-
just
Very nice.
lounge and hang out with the toys. You know.
Yeah, it's actually really nice to. It's been nice to chill out. Yeah, I got the couch yesterday for a cracking price of £25.
Is that a smaller cat couch under the desk?
Yeah, that's,
Awesome.
to be fair, the cats had that before I had my couch. I didn't go, I've got a couch, they need a couch. It was more like they've
That's
got
great.
a couch, I want a couch.
They go together nicely. It's like his and hers.
Well played, Dave. Well played. Well played.
Oh, good night, folks. See you later.
It's like 3 3/4 scale and then 1/12.
But yeah, it's very great. The only thing I work kit, like I said, I got it at 25 quid. I couldn't argue with that for what I want. I'm not keen. I work key on the colour, but like I said, for £25, and the way I justify it is I've got green cushions, so it goes with it. So I might end up getting the Decepticon version of that cushion, which ironically costs just as much as the couch. But
Lovely. Right, awesome pickups. Do you want to give us a catch up on the chat again? See if anyone's had anything interesting to say.
we shall have a look.
I did see that Guzzy mentioned the word impossible toys.
Yeah.
Here we go. That's not a
That's
name
cool.
you hear very often.
No,
No.
it's a throwback.
You have to go way back for that. Back in
Yeah.
the start of third party, which I thought they made it amazing toys, but they were
Yeah,
Fragile.
for their time they look great, and then
Yeah.
now you look back.
It's
and
like
go,
the burgeoning of new technology. I think back fondly to those times of impossible toys.
yeah,
2013, maybe 14.
yeah, good
An
on you.
update on his Fembook count is now 464.
Is that all, Guzzy?
That all.
Try harder.
Do better.
You had one job. Stuart got some mystery boxes.
Nice to see what's in a Valaverse mystery box, whether it's a different weapons or clothing or head sculpts.
You also got a JG soft gun. Nice. Stuart's tempted by that Street Fighter for the outlet head and flame effects.
I think they've done some other Player 2 colours. I feel like they've done Bison. And I think he comes with probably that same flame body, but in blue. Because when he does his Psycho Crusher,
Yeah.
Andy wants to know what the cake transforms into. Funny enough, it transforms into a bed. It's great. So next time I buy something I'm not supposed to and I get kicked out of the bedroom, happy days. Always thinking.
And Martin's saying you should get the couch graded. But then you wouldn't be able to sit on it.
No.
Yeah, it was-
All right.
and we're
So-
all caught up.
We are all caught up. So the next thing we need to do is pick your own. Lee, why don't you tell us what pick your own's about?
Pick your own about his show is a famous or favourite duo.
Favorite duos. Okie dokie. So who wants to kick off on this one? The cat, apparently.
Lee and his cat, and his 2 couches.
All right. Rudy, would you like to start us off?
I certainly can.
Let's see if we can make you large. Hey!
Rocksteady. Maybe the best comedy duo of all time, or inadvertently comedy. 'Cause I don't think they realise how funny they are and grotesque. I think when you watch the first couple of episodes, like the 5-parter, it's really like awful how they make Bebop and Rocksteady. It's really, really brutal. But these are NECA's cartoon versions of the eponymous duo. They are super well sculpted. There's muscle definition. There's kind of black lines to show that kind of cartoon aesthetic. Handful of weapons. Even like the handheld bit has a picture of the Shredder on there, and they're kind of like this slightly chalky, like plastic, like the way that they're painted. And I've got a fondness for that. I have a handful of chalky action figures, and I love them. But yeah, they're really big, heavy. I took them in the bath, obviously. When you buy NECA figures, have a little bath. It loosens up the joints. Take your toys in the bath.
Yeah.
Bubble bath.
Your joints are their joints.
Yeah, any toys with joints, put them in the bath. Pretty much treat yourself like your toys. Treat your toys like yourself. Get yourself in a Radox bath, work your joints, include your toys in that. But yeah, I think they are absolutely incredible. My favourite duo in the show, my favourite duo of the 80s, to be honest. That'd be a pleasure, boss. Toydles, not turtles. Bebop and Rocksteady.
Right, great choice, Rudy. We might come back to you for some honourable mentions. Who would like to volunteer to go next? John?
Yeah, why not?
Right.
So,
Favourite duo?
I've taken my duo out of the cartoon realm, but still heavily in the 80s. One man with a curly perm and a black car. Has to be a Knight Rider. Now, that could have been Magnum PI if it had a top-end car. But no, this. I think, given the premise of it, even back in the 80s, was just one man in a talking car, and you're like, can you imagine selling that to studios at the time? There was a whole documentary on it, how they had a series in the 60s or something with one guy and his mum who was a talking car, and all the producers at the time were just like, no, we don't want anything to do with that. And even the Hoff's parents, yeah, no, I think it was a bit a different premise. I want to say his mother was dead or something. Back then, 60s must have been a wild time. But yeah, it's one of the sort of shows from my childhood that, and the subsequent repeats on Channel 5 back in the early 2000s that I enjoy. And I think they're just it's a good duo. The car's more wittier than Michael Knight. But you can see how, while we slag off Hoff's acting skills, given the fact that he was just sort of working with someone reading the lines, and it still gave the car that sort of human aspect to it. Like he was really friends with the car, like they were really a team, a duo, if you will.
It was just an entertaining show.
Yeah, lovely choice. The fact that you can get toys of it as well. And you can get toys up to date, Playmobil. You can get a wonderful crossover from Transformers where they put a lot of effort into making it something more than just kit.
Oh, yeah. This is one of my favourites, this, in the collection. It's brilliant.
So good.
Best crossover.
Do you know the cool thing, like Rudy was saying earlier on about when you kind of learn things when you're a wee bit older, like learning that's the principle from Boy Meets World.
Yeah,
that voice him. Like, just like, what? Same as like
William Daniel.
Uncle Phil was Shredder. Like, these mind blowing bits, you're kind of like, what is that? Like, yeah, that's a great choice, Sean.
Nah, thank you.
Awesome. Lee, would you like to go next?
Yeah, why not?
Go.
My favourite duo I've picked this time is Megatron and Starscream. Because it's no matter what the series is, you've always got you've more or less usually got these two at it. Megatron being the ruler of the leader of the Decepticons, and Starscream always trying to overthrow him and failing completely. But there's always a nice duo to them, how they do it. But even like every series, they sort of change the dynamics. Like you got the G1 who's a complete and utter coward, but like compared to Armada, he's more. He sort of has a bit of respect for Megatron, but sort of feels like he can do a better job. And I just thought it'd be a different to pick these two.
I think that's a good choice.
Yeah, it's
I've
great.
always enjoyed the dynamic between Megatron and Starscream.
It's a love-hate relationship, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, because they love to hate each other.
Yeah.
Megatron
can't-
can't rule the Decepticons without Starscream.
No, he needs Starscream to hold his shaft.
He does.
Only in G1.
Good night, folks.
And on that bombshell.
I am going to get us cancelled one of these days.
I haven't got time for this Mickey Mouse bullshit.
All right. Excellent choice, Lee. That just leaves me and Muff. I think we should save the best till last. So, Muff, you're next.
So when you'd said me this, Dave, I had an idea in my head straight away, thinking of a Transformers one, and then I
Is
saw
it Spot Tracker and T-Bob?
no, it's not. But I did think, and I go, I saw something come up my feed, and I thought, actually, I know exactly what duo I have to pick. So I changed, and I went for the Legion of Doom.
Nice.
Oh,
As a
yes.
kid, like I got into wrestling late, like mid '90s, so past their kind of their kind of main time. But I just thought they were just like how cool, like jumping off the screen with the big shoulder pads, and I always wanted these figures. So they're just stupid fun. But yeah, tag teams like 80s tag teams having that kind of larger than life persona and having that characteristics, and then they two just with their mad face paint, their crazy hair, like one haircut between two of them, like just so stupid, like so stupid. But yeah, so that was my pick.
Awesome. Wrestling was so much fun then, honestly.
It was.
You know the story behind the haircuts?
What's that?
No.
The story behind the haircuts, Hawk was like, Animal, you get a mohawk, and I'll get a half mohawk, and it looks like we can plug into each other.
And it really
That's
does.
why-
Like when you see their heads, like
Yeah.
like, it's kind of Anyway, but yeah, like just pure badass. Always loved that aspect of them. So, and I remember finally picking up the figures. I was like, these are great fun. Like,
Oh yeah, they're very toyetic.
Excellent. Right, my turn. Here I come. Oops.
Oh.
I'm taking over the whole screen. What have I done?
Oh, Rudy's coming.
You do it, Lee. I was happening because we were both trying to press the buttons at the same time. Right. Do let us know in the chat what your favourite duos are as well. And I will share mine. I've gone completely rogue on this and created a new duo. I've imagined
Zero
I have-
shots given.
I have imagined in the Transformers universe, a new continuity is created where we
Awesome.
have Strong Arm and Groove as a police team,
Okay.
like the Dempsey and Makepeace of the Transformers. So we've got the very serious, by the book Strong Arm and the more laid back, hippie-esque Groove, I think. And they go off on their adventures together. If I can go straight into an honourable mention related to that, I really have gone rogue on this one. I thought if we're going to have a duo, a police duo, we should have some villains for them. And I've done a duo of villains for the show as well. So we've got Legacy Axel Grease and Road Pig, which are both repaints of the Junkion modulators. So I thought, let's throw those together. Why not?
Yeah, like a generic villain.
Yeah, two cool bots. There you go.
The Dempsey and Makepeace of Transformers.
Yeah.
So that's my pick. We could do some proper honourable mentions now if you want. Has anybody got anything?
I got an honourable mention. These two allies, these two partners in crime. It's very much a Decepticon trifecta with Galvatron, Scourge, and Cyclonus in terms of the toys. They came out together, they starred in the movie together. But when you start watching Series 3, it is very much these two that are the eponymous duo trying to rescue Galvatron, trying to make him sane, doing all his dirty work, heading off to Nebulous to become Target Masters. They are a great duo together, really bounce well off each other. It's hard to pick a favourite from the two. I think these are some of the best Transformers toys from the main line that have been made. Scourge is a little bit back heavy. Mine tends to topple backwards, but the poses that you can get are incredible. I think they nailed Cyclonus, the right colours, the right kind of proportions, and fun transformations, as well as being a great duo. Heading over to Unicron's head, just for all its faults, season 3, there's some little nuggets that I really enjoy about season 3. This being one of them, obviously. These two.
Awesome. Anybody else got any honourable mentions?
I've got a couple.
Go for it.
More cartoony related. Pinky and the Brain. Like how good a show Pinky and the Brain was. It just I can't think of that show without smiling and laughing. And then the other one in a kind of similar vein, Ren and
Sharky and George.
Oh, Sharky and George! Oh my god, that's even better. Yes.
I'm like, how do we top Dempsey and Makepeace?
Yeah, Sharky and George. Yeah. Okay, you topped it. Rudy's won. Just end the stream now. Like.
I'll go for it, Moff. Sorry.
Yeah, so I had thought Ren and Stimpy, but Sharky and George. But like, there's quite a few good kind of ones, as I say. Like, you always had your two kind of characters put together in different bits, like a Scott and T-Bob, like a Snarf and Lionel. But the shows where it was kind of focused on two, specifically like a Ren and Stimpy, just had me in stitches. Like, both my boys have loved Ren and Stimpy because it's really, really out there humour. Really good stuff. And then Pinky and the Brain was just that point where Disney were just producing all these amazing kind of lasting shows.
I always think with Pinky and the Brain, it came from Animaniacs, and yet it was the better segment of the show.
Yeah.
But all the little segments from Animaniacs are a lot better than the actual way.
Yeah.
For me, for the stories and the plots from Animaniacs. What is it? Do it, don't do it. I can't think what it's called. The guy with the ghosty face.
Yeah.
Like whistle while you work, don't whistle while you eat. Yeah, really. Animaniacs is an incredible show. That 90s like Warner Brothers. Let's just do whatever the hell we want with cartoons.
There was so many good cartoons at that point that just like 80s cartoons are more for the cartoons that were great toys, like your Thundercats, like your Mask, stuff like that. But then there was that early bit of the 90s where you had the kind of Disney, the Warner Bros. Stuff just nailing it
Cartoons.
with outstanding cartoons that were just cartoons.
Yeah, cartoons for cartoon's sake.
Yeah.
Not to sell a product.
No.
Which is fine.
Yeah.
I want to own toys of cartoons. That's my
Yeah.
whole jam. I want to get a representation of every cartoon ever. But yeah, awesome show. Great one.
Yeah. And that's me.
Awesome. Right, I've got a couple more honourable mentions.
Oh,
I can
God.
just stretch
Yeah,
over here.
are they actually real duos?
Oh, these are a
Type
bit more conventional now. If I can get serious for a minute.
Yeah.
Sonic and Tails.
Lovely.
This is that little cartridge set I got recently.
They're
Which is
good
quite
big
cool.
sets. I got the Mega Drive set of that just the other day. I'm not up there yet.
Is this
so I don't have
like the Den
Yeah.
and Angie of Sega?
Yeah, why not? Wherever you want, Rudy.
Tails is a bit-
And then this might shock you. It's Raphael and Casey.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Because famously, first appearance of Casey Jones was in a Raphael one-shot comic, and they have a similar temperament, shall we say, that sort of draws them together, and very cool.
And
It's my favourite scene in the movie.
Yeah.
When Raph and Casey Jones meet.
And of course, Trev and Simon swinging their pants.
Of course.
Oh.
Friggin' Zag. Friggin'-
What about John? What about the Crankies?
Oh, the Crankies. Yeah.
Okay,
Where we going with
back to my point and what Moth said. I didn't realise that wasn't a little boy for maybe 10 years.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
Still a little boy, isn't it?
What about Rod Hull and Emu while we're at it? You know.
It was his wife all these years.
Oh, this
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, comedy.
It's a good point, actually. How many comedy duos that was there? Like, going serious, like your Cannon and Ball, the two Ronnies. Like,
Little and
that's
Large.
it's a total lost art now. Like, that's
Yeah.
that scenes. We were talking about it. I took the kids down to Bournemouth 2 years ago, and when we went down, we used to go see all these kind of comedy duos, like in the late 80s, kind of early 90s. And I was saying to them, like, and there's just nothing like that in telly now. There isn't any of that aspect of
No.
comedy duo that just rain, like, rattle through. There's so many good ones.
You're going like maybe 15 years back to like Mitchell and Webb
Mhm.
and the Mighty
Mhm.
Booch with
Yeah.
like Noel.
Well,
and-
Mitchell and Webb have done a comeback now, haven't they?
Mhm.
But still,
Yeah,
it's
that's
not quite the same as it was.
That's still like 15
Like
years.
Hale and Pace and things
Quite
like that.
recent.
It's- Right, has everybody done honourable mentions that wants to do them?
I could do a couple.
Okay.
Oh, you don't like. Oh, you don't like.
Come on, John.
John's sneaking in with a couple more. Right, fair
Hold on, I'll
enough.
have my disappointing brew. In it.
Iron Brew and Disappointment. Is that your new one?
No, that's it. That's, I'm going to phone Bar tomorrow and say, let's rename it. So it wouldn't be a show if I don't mention Visionaries at least once. I think the sort of best duo there is Ektar and Recon.
Lovely.
They have
Great choice.
they have a history that they only really touch on, apart from that before the age of magic started. Ektar was a cop and Recon was like the master thief. And you get to see more of that backstory in one particular episode. And I think if it continued on, we would have seen more of that.
I like to think that season 2 that was developed further
Yeah,
for sure.
I think that would have been good. And then the other characters maybe they were bringing in might have been, some of Ektar and Recon's, colleagues for the past. But
Do you know what? I think, considering how well X-Men 97 has gone, so much so that they're in talks to do season 4 and 5, the possibility of Spider-Man 98
Yeah.
is Hasbro and Marvel or whoever owns Visionaries going to think, do you know what? Let's hit up a season 2. Let's re-release the toys and then let's roll with it. So don't
look at
put it
Loyal
out,
Subjects. Yeah, look at Loyal Subjects.
Exactly.
Mask. Like they've delayed it now. You're not going to be getting it into 2026 because they've been overwhelmed by how popular they've been. Like, and see, if you're looking at Hasbro, and if you're Hasbro, sorry, and you're thinking about it, going, we're doing no work here, and we're just getting all the loyalty money from this. Like, pass the licenses out. Don't hold on to the licenses. Pass them out. You know, give out Visionaries. Give out. You know, we talked earlier on the Comic-Con, like Mondo doing Bravestar, like that aspect. Just don't hold on to licenses. Let these licenses go out. Pass them out to other companies. You're not going to lose. You're not losing anything. You're giving somebody a chance to make you money. Like I don't actually understand why all these companies hold the licenses, don't just pass them off, whether it be Funko Pops or whatever. Let companies do something with the licenses that you're not doing. You know, that was always the argument for Mask for years. Has been that, like, give us something, and it's been overwhelming. So, you know, who knows what we're going to get in the future? Like, I do think we will get more of these brands getting an opportunity.
I think never say never now. Mate, if you asked me that question 5 or 6 years ago, I would have said, yeah, they're never going to release that.
No.
They're never going to do a Bravestar. They're never going to re-release Kenner figures. And now here it is. And other companies have got licenses to do that. Or not, and they'll still make it.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Yeah.
And,
Continue, John. Sorry.
No, you're fine. This is what it's all about. Nice little tangents. And the last one, of course, I have to mention Ultra Magnus. I've only got a few in the background there. Ultra Magnus and Rodimus Prime, I think, were the sort of opposing duo to Scourge and Cyclonus, in the sense that Magnus was Rodimus's confidence. Because obviously I'm a bit biased, as you know. But you've seen at least in season 3 that Rodimus started to lean more and more on Magnus to make sure he was doing the right thing, making the right choices. And Magnus was always a loyal soldier and getting him through that. Also, Magnus liked to blow up planets with relative ease as well, but we'll just pass on that one. All right, give me the bomb. There we go. Brilliant.
The joy of season 3.
But yeah, no, that's my picks there.
Awesome. Good stuff. That was Pick Your Own. All done.
Pick your own.
Lee, do you want to catch us up on the chat again, mate?
Okay, let's have a look. To follow up from the pickups, Stuart mentioned that the box set, the mystery pack, had some random weapons. Some and some else. So yeah, that's that. Scourge and Cyclonus was mentioned. Rudy, as ever,
I showed it.
Man of style and grace.
We are under the illusion that me and Andy are technically the same person now.
It was hard to
How
pull
did
off.
you enjoy Comic-Con, Rudy?
Oh, I thought it was incredible.
Yeah.
My Babylon 5, Space Precinct cosplay was incredible.
Absolutely.
Awesome. Right, we're all caught up.
Don't hassle the Hoff.
Oh, definitely don't hassle the
Definitely
Hoff.
hassle the Hoff.
No, you can't be doing that.
And you really thought them jewels through, Dave.
I
agree
did.
with you.
In response to Guzzy, he's mentioned the discoloration of Cyclonus.
Yeah.
That's not actually discoloration. It is 2 different coloured plastics, or like painted plastic and kind of slightly translucent plastic. It's not discoloration. That's how it came. FYI. If it is discoloration, mine has discolored perfectly all over. Not a speckle of weird discoloration at all. It is 2 different coloured plastics.
I have the Generation Selects Toy Colours version of that Cyclonus.
It's lovely.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Mine looks the same, Rudy, just looking at it just now.
It's two different plastics.
Yeah.
God, I feel like I'm defending my toys there.
You defend your toys like you're defending your honour.
I think because it's
Yes.
like the Netflix box set of Soundwave just colours so quickly. It's quite easy to sort of compare them. But, you know, because he could be right.
Yeah, I think it was that era where we were getting a lot of things just discoloured out of the box.
What? So his hands are meant to be silver, and his like joints. It
Yeah, I
makes
think
sense.
they were all. I think they were all grey. As I say, I've got the other version, but
But even
yeah, I
like,
think
like even the stuff that's hidden is discoloured. If that's the case, no, it's two different plastics. Why? It's fine. It works. It works. For me, anyway.
It's-
if you're happy, then it's
That's all
fine.
that matters.
That's all that
No,
matters.
you can tell already. It's like it's fine. It's fine. Honestly, it's fine.
This is fine. It's fine. It's that meme of the dog with the house on fire. He's got everything's fine.
it's fine.
All right. Shall we move on to the final segment of this evening's entertainment? How about chat? Tonight we're discussing the Battle of the Brands. We'll be talking about various brands and different companies that make toys for the same brand, as in the Street Fighter toys that we were discussing earlier in the news. So let's start off by just quickly skimming through some Street Fighter brands. Jada Toys make Street Fighter. We know, we saw a bit of that in the news. This was their first wave. Very good. And then Storm Arena, which look very, very cool. I have their Dan on pre-order, and I have their Ryu currently in a pile of loot on Big Bad Toy Store because there was a couple of things on sale there. You have to get a few things to make it worth the postage. So one of the items I got was because it was heavily discounted. So that sort of counteracts the postage. And then I thought, well, I'll get the Ryu because it wasn't available on the UK sites anymore. And I decided I wanted it belatedly. So yeah. And then 52 Toys are getting in on this Street Fighter action. They're going to be doing some Street Fighter 6 figures, which I believe are 1/18 scale. So a bit smaller.
Does 52 Toys go by another name?
They're
Is
the
is it
Beast
Daisy?
Box people, aren't they?
Yeah.
I'm not sure that they go by anything else, but they're the company that makes the Beast Box toys,
Yeah.
the transforming boxes. Storm Collectibles, obviously they make the Storm Arena stuff as well, but they also make these more premium figures that they have been making for a number of years now. And then SH Figuarts, another well-known premium brand. Amazing Yamaguchi
Revoltech.
Revoltech.
Not a name you hear that often. Revoltech.
And then this, Iconic Studios. These are hideously expensive.
Yeah. You showed these.
Holy moly.
And I think this is 1/6 scale and about, is it close to $300, I think?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's $300 right there. Or was it maybe $279 or something like that? I saw it for. It's a lot.
Yeah.
But then again,
And
once-
funny enough, the one that's the most expensive is the one that I like the least
Oh, for sure.
from looking at them. I don't think it looks good at all aesthetically.
Like I'm
So-
all in for Storm Arena. I think they have found the perfect balance. I have a couple of Jada toys now,
I don't-
and I've got a Storm Collectible Sagat. Storm Arena is now somewhere in the middle. It's just the right price point, the right aesthetic, hopefully the right kind of engineering and quality.
Right,
yeah.
so let's throw it open to the group. If you've got any Street Fighter figures you can show off, then by all means.
That aren't boxed.
Or just talk about what you think about them in general. Then we
Can I ask
go
a
down
question? Excuse me, because it's not really my kind of bag. I was never really a big Street Fighter fan. I bought Guile because the Guile one was cool and cheap, and Smiths. Are they all from like so it's a Street Fighter universe, but it's all different games? So like, as in one company's doing one game, one company's doing another. Is that how they're getting the different kind of licensing bit? Because obviously, like, if they all did Street Fighter 2, just the original game, and all their own versions of it, then it'd be interesting. But it looked like when you were going through there, it was like one Street Fighter 5, one Street Fighter Alpha, one Street Fighter Ultra. So like just that.
There is a bit of that, but there is some crossover as well. So Jada have started off on the Street Fighter 2 ones. Storm Arena have been doing Street Fighter Alpha 3.
Okay.
But now Jada have recently revealed that they're going to do some Street Fighter Alpha 3 figures as well. So then it's going to be direct competition, really, between Jada and Storm in that respect. Very similar looking figures at the same scale, similar price point. Yeah, so that's definitely going to be interesting.
That's interesting. Just curious with the licensing aspects. I know that one of the rumored bits with the Mondo's Ghostbusters was that they couldn't get the license to do figures under £100. So it was like they could only do figures £100 and above. So that's partly their price point. I mean, Mondo's prices are that high anyway, but I wasn't sure if there was a kind of licensing aspect of how is there so many companies doing Street Fighter toys, because it just seems like everybody's doing them from what you shared.
Yeah, I mean, I can't comment on the details of their licenses. I just don't know. But yeah, the fact that Jada and Storm are doing the same figures from the same games in the same scale at the same similar price would suggest, in that regard, at least, there isn't anything. But maybe there is with some of the other companies.
Here's the broad terms of agreement. Then you take that on board and you do what you want, and they license that out to any company they want. It is exactly the same terms of agreement.
Cool.
So, John, do you want to give us your thoughts on the Jada figures, as you've got a few?
So, he's the one I took off the shelf and just knocked down a couple of Marvel Legends, but it's fine. It's fine. That again, be along for a wave one. So, Jada Toys is doing Ultra Street Fighter 2. So that's the latest version of Street Fighter 2 that's available on the Switch. But effectively, if you grew up in the 90s, Street Fighter 2 had a multitude of updates. But it's probably the most famous one being Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo, which gave you these new characters. DJ, who's the Jamaican kickboxer, was the only American design character. That's why he's the most unpopular one, apparently.
DJ, funnily enough, is the one I'm most tempted to get out of the Jada ones at the moment.
He was his design was based off a martial arts actor called Billy Blanks. Now, Rudy and Primetime Off might know who Billy Blanks is. He also done a fitness DVD called Taibo. But yeah, I know a lot about it. Yeah, 90s martial art.
Indeed.
Are
people still doing Taibo nowadays? Probably not.
Probably not. No. But as you've said, Dave, Jada Toys are doing the Alpha series now. I don't know what Storm Arena's size is, if it's 6-inch, like the Jada Toys versions, or if there will be a slightly different scale.
Storm Arena are almost the same size.
Yeah,
almost exactly.
I think that they might, if there is sort of licensing issues, they may get around it, because it looks like Jada Toys is doing Alpha 1 based on the 3 they've released so far, and they do have different outfits than the Alpha 3 series, apart from the obvious Ryu and Ken and a few other characters. So that could be how they're doing it. But for me, I think I'll go with the Jada Toys, because they'll probably be a lot more accessible to get. As you've seen how quick the Storm Arena stuff sold out, it's pretty much like McFarlane Toys in that sense. In the way that if you want a popular character from McFarlane Toys, you need to pre-order it, because they just don't have much of a stronghold here aside from the independent shops like Primetime Toys.
Yeah, definitely Jada are the easier ones to get hold of.
Yeah, you can get these in Smiths, Amazon, and for what you're paying, I mean, I don't know what you paid for that Dalsum, Rudy, but I'm saying it was about 35.
Yeah.
Give us, if you're allowed to say that, on camera. Yeah.
$34.99. I believe that was.
And you look at the level of accessories you get versus a Marvel Legend. This Feilong, you get flame effects, additional hands, and it's got the posability and more of a Marvel Legend, pinless joints. But I
What
guess,
can you ask for?
yeah, the license is probably cheaper than Marvel, because it seems a bit strange that Jada Toys picked it up, because I think this has been their first action figure line that they've done, because normally it was your die-cast sort of cars, Fast
It
and
is
Furious.
astonishing, really, that it's the first venture into
Yeah.
doing action figures, and people are saying this is the best action figure line out there.
Yeah, they've like
I've
nailed
seen
it. For
multiple
their first
people saying
go,
that. Yeah.
they've absolutely nailed it. But then it all depends where they got engineers from. Did they
Yeah.
Well,
outsource? Did they cherry pick? They were just like, "Do you want to come work for us? We know your work on whatever Marvel Legends. Can we poach you from wherever to?"
you could probably see that, Rudy, like just the way the joints are designed, and that's very similar to, say, like a Marvel Legends or a Mattel, the Masterverse or a WWE Legends figure.
I always think that Jada Toys probably had this in the works for a good couple of years, and they did all their R&R, and they just kind of, in some ways, like, what do they call it, retroactively kind of did it. They got as much information as they could and replicated it, kind of like what that Formula One team, was it Racing Point? They basically made a pink Mercedes. They basically took everything that they could see and understand and replicated it, because they are like Marvel Legends for sure.
Yeah.
But that's just that's literally my opinion. Don't take that as fact. We're watching.
I mean, it's bound to be the case. Like you see it with third party, Transformers, where the designers are working for multiple companies, and it's been sort of mentioned in the past. But
well, every Marvel Legend is great, so don't think you can copy that mold and think, oh, okay, it's going to work for my toy. Same goes for third party Transformers, though.
Mm-hmm.
The thing with Jada for me, I've been looking at Jada's Street Fighter figures for ages and thinking, I might get out. I'm tempted. And I haven't actually bitten on any of them because there's always been something else out there. But then when Storm Arena came along, I was like, oh, now we're getting a different aesthetic. And actually, I prefer that alpha aesthetic to the older Street Fighter 2 aesthetic, personally, because it's more in line with the Puzzle Fighter aesthetic, although Puzzle Fighter's more chibi style. But the way they present, like, the shape of the gi and their hair and everything is more in line with Alpha, because they were developed at a similar time. So and then it was when Storm Arena announced that they were going to do Dan, I was like, that's getting pre-ordered straight away. Gotta have a Dan. That's amazing. Absolutely love Dan. He's the comedy character, really. And he's the move tutor in Puzzle Fighter. He teaches you how to play the game, basically, in his puzzle dojo. Or Puzzle Dojo, they call it. They spell it wrong. And then he's the fake boss who gets attacked by Akuma, and Akuma is then the real boss.
Mm-hmm.
And I just really enjoyed Dan in Super Puzzle Fighter. And so when I saw they were making a figure, I was like, 100% I'm in on that. And then that's where I sort of started watching videos of all the other Storm Arena figures, the Ryu and Ken that are already out there.
You're
and
in
just
deep,
being
Dave,
like,
you're in deep.
oh, yeah, getting in deeper and deeper and more
Yes.
interested. And the Storm Arena, I think they put a bit more like muscle detail and things like that, and they've got a little bit more range on their articulation, and they've got the toe tilt, which Jada hasn't had until their most recent reveals. So I think Storm Arena for me, there's a little bit more to it, and that's why I'm drawn towards those rather than Jada. But I won't say I'll never get a Jada. And I am still undecided on that Akuma issue, really, because there's pros to one and pros to the other, and cons to one and cons to the other in terms of the visual.
I think you could probably mix and match them, but we'll just have to wait and see, really.
Yeah.
'Cause we don't know what the Jada
Yeah,
stuff's like.
I think the Storm Arena one's still a fairly early prototype anyway, so there's likely to be some changes to the design before they actually put it out. So we will see how things go with that. But the Jada one's up for pre-order now, but I think it'll probably stay available anyway because they tend to.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then we've got the likes of the SH Figuarts. I watched a review of the SH Figuarts Chun-Li, and out of the box, both of the thigh joints were completely fused. And the guy soaked it in water. One of them freed up, the other one would not budge. And that's like £100 figure. I thought, oh, really?
They're too slow at bringing them out. They're years apart. Like you could buy Vega SH Figuarts like years ago. If you're trying to build up just the 4 bosses and you want all the same company, it's going to take years and years because their release schedule is so slow.
Yeah. Yeah, they don't
It'll
really
give you time to save up for them, I suppose.
Well,
I guess so.
Yeah.
Got
I mean,
bank.
we've seen their Marvel vs. Capcom Cyclops and Spider-Man, and they look good, but £100, and like I've already said to you, Dave, I'll wait for the KO. You know, it's that's if they even do get KO'd. Some figure art stuff doesn't, and then you get the Nightmare Fueled Michael Jackson figure art. You have to see that to believe it. It's something else.
Perhaps you'll sit on the wrong toys.
No, well, yeah.
I think particularly with Street Fighter, I'd struggle to justify any of the higher price stuff, really, because the budget stuff looks so good for the money. Why would I need to spend more? You know, so that's where I am in it.
My own videos and on streams is like, there's no right or wrong to collecting. You buy what you want to buy. If you have got the money for it and you want it, and you think it is of that value to you, you go and buy it. It is yours. And then, just that's it. If you can't afford it, you do not buy it. Or you sell another toy or an organ to get the thing that you want. Or like me, you spend like a year and a half saving up to get something.
Is that a body organ or a church instrument?
Oh, church instrument.
Yeah, okay.
No.
They're worth loads. They're all ornate. They've got gold, copper.
Nice. Right. Shall we move on from Street Fighter then? Because we probably want to go to bed tonight. Right. Ninja Turtles. There's a few companies out there doing Ninja Turtles. The main one, of course, is Playmates, who've been doing it since the start, really. And are still doing it with their Mutant Mayhem line now, and various reissues of older figures, and then like stuff like the original sketch Turtles based on original concept art. So some really cool stuff. And my experience is they're really good quality toys, consistently good QC. Well put together, fun to mess around with. Super 7. I've got their 2003 Donatello. Again, really good figure. Arguably a bit overpriced, but a lot of fun. NECA. I was so tempted to go in on this 2012 Donatello, and I've seen so many reports of QC issues on it.
Oh,
now,
really?
I'm like,
I'm tempted to go on it as well. Oh, that's horrid.
So yeah, now I'm being put off, really, which is unfortunate because visually it looks great. Joy Toy, we've talked about Joy Toy a bit. I do have this April, very good figure. The only thing for me is the smaller scale. I don't feel like I want to commit to getting loads in a smaller scale now. But for such a small figure, it's about 4 inches tall. It's loaded with detail. It's well articulated, and it all moves smoothly. You know, no QC worries for me with that. I haven't really heard of a lot of QC problems with Joy Toy stuff generally. Yeah, and they do have a pretty cool aesthetic. And then Loyal Subjects Best Action Figures, which the Casey Jones I showed earlier is one of those.
Mhm.
They're okay, not great. Yeah, the joints on those I find a bit weird. Like they work, but they feel a bit clunky and awkward. And his hands come off too easily, things like that.
Yeah.
But again, visually, I think the look is good. It's a really good looking Casey Jones, but just not that fun to mess around with. Mezco, these are generally really well regarded.
Let's go stuff.
Both the 5-point set with all the interchangeable parts, and then they've got more premium sets as well. None of them are cheap, really, but they are very well regarded. Reveltech. The only thing that really bothers me with Reveltech is the shoulder joints.
Yeah.
They're just ugly.
Yeah, it's just. It looks like it's not broken. It looks like it's just not been put together correctly with that shoulder joint.
Yeah.
And I end up focusing on it all the time.
Yeah. And then these are a new brand, Ling Ji-hun. I've revealed these. I don't know when these are coming out. Do you know anything about these, Moff?
No.
But these look very stylized and bulky and aggressive, but they look quite cool. So yeah, Ninja Turtles.
And then
Anyone
there's loads of over and above that because you've got things like
Yeah.
I grabbed a wee bit of fun one off my table. Like just the wee Funkos. Then you've got like the Heat Boys. You've got so many. Like Turtles is one of those licenses that is just.
I just got fed up of downloading photos at that point.
That's true. And then they even within that, like you obviously got Mattel have done their Turtles crossover figures as well. Just so many, and I think it is difficult because each of their own bits, like what you said about Playmates are like Hasbro. Hasbro produced the best fun Transformer toy. Playmates produced the best fun Turtles toy. You then go into higher end collectible stuff. So like, I think NECA stuff's amazing. Like their Universal Monster range is hands down one of my favourite ranges I've ever done. I've just picked up to the kind of doing a second run of like Leonardo and stuff around, but like the Mummy Donatello, Mummy Michelangelo, just the amount of detail on it is just incredible. Their movie figures are beautiful. The Super 7 then kind of give you a really nice update of the toy bits. So they've all got their own niche within the different bits, but there's just there is so many, and it's do you either collect them all or do you just sit with I'm only going to get like wee bits and that's not because across loads of lines. You know, we talked about the Mondo Ghostbusters. They're producing some absolutely stunning figures. I've stuck with was it NECA did the previous ones? I've stuck with them. I'm not going to I can't justify £400 for the 4 Ghostbusters. And then they're doing Janine and things as well. And it's like, nah, it's okay. But then you can get like Funko Pops, get big enough. So the Funko Pop, like sometimes we Funko Pops just make me smile for silliness. So, like the little Slimer that came with the real Ghostbusters, like just fun. And I think that's the aspect is like there are so many companies doing the brands we love, and as long as you find something you like about them, like you can go on down your own rabbit hole and I'm going to buy all of that third party or all of that Hasbro or all of that Playmates, whatever it may be. You know, the reissue stuff doing loads of reissue stuff makes me really happy. Like the Hasbro, like we talked about the Ectoglow, you know, and then that the kind of doing other bits. But there's so many companies out there doing the 80s stuff because the nostalgia, you know, go on my website just now, like I've put on loads of what I call nostalgia brands because there's just so much of it out there just now because people like us buy it.
Well, I do happen to have pre-ordered the reissue of Six Box from a reputable retailer.
The Missing Link style turtles. Link style turtles. Like, and again, it's like that aspect that like the Origins did it first with the doing the He-Man characters, but making them the figures better, more posable. Then Missing Link's just such a stunning line. Like it's the thing that excites me most about Transformers these days is Missing Link. Just like that aspect, RC, like we get an RC, that's crazy. And again, back to the possibility. 2 years ago, somebody said at the beginning of last year, somebody said to you, "There's a chance we might get a G1 Unicron." You just laughed. You would not even considered it. But now, if they announced that tomorrow, you would be shocked. John, you've had that just this week, like as you say, your Holy Grail, and that's the bit that Takara are doing something different to Hasbro are doing, to third parties are doing, and it's just. We have never been more spoiled across all of the different things for stuff we want. Yes, there's brands that have not been touched. You know, there are things like Visionaries. There are stuff out there that haven't been done yet. But we have never had it so good to get an option for 90% of what we want. Just unbelievable.
I feel...
go on, Rudy.
I feel incredibly well catered for now as a collector. If you've ever watched my channel or you know about me, is that I collect whatever the hell I want. I'll have one of kind of every IP if I can. I don't desperately need to get any more Transformers. I pretty much have all the ones that I really want. But now Missing Link brings that added value. Because I am so eclectic, my choice is now huge. And I just go for the one that excites me the most. As I said, there's no rules to collecting. Only just don't spend too much money or don't get yourself into financial trouble over a piece of plastic or die-cast metal, if that's your thing. But yeah, I feel incredibly well catered for. I will watch a cartoon on a weekend and I'll think, do you know what? I need to get a toy representation of this. And I can probably go and get one that's within my budget most of the time. There's certain things I can't get. I can't get an Inspector Gadget toy in the right kind of like price range. But yeah, I feel incredibly like grateful now in the way that I toy collect.
So I was going to say, for me, that I made the decision a little while ago to focus my TMNT collection now on just getting different versions of Donatello. So I've got a couple of different bits already, but going forward, I'm going like different versions of Donatello. So I've got this Super 7, which is an update of the 2003 design, and is clearly the most accurate to the cartoon. Like we've had the original toys that weren't really like the cartoon, and then we've had this, and it's fantastic. And this is where it's an opportunity for me to kind of go, okay, all these brands are making TMNT. Rather than focusing on one and getting the whole range of characters, I can go, I'm going to get the Donnie from this brand or that brand or the other brand. And it gives me a chance to explore the different companies that are out there making toys. And I think that's really interesting, personally, to see how different companies approach it and the different aesthetics they use and all of that. So, yeah, that's a lot of fun. And I am constantly on the lookout for what new Donatellos are coming out. Even if I don't buy them all, because I'm not going to buy them all. There's far too many.
Have you bought? Hold on, have you seen the ones that are in Entertainer for the Wii arcade game? And they kind of.
I have seen those before. Yeah.
I bought them all of them when I was away my toy trip. I bought like all the different versions, so like multiple the versions of kind of the toy one, and then like there's an arcade machine that you can put them together and fight with. Just that is stupidly good fun, and I think that's a bit. It's like I like that idea, Dave. I'm going to get a wee bit of everything because you can get experience stuff. Like a lot of this. I mean, I've got piles of Donatello's, you know me. And I've got a cartoon set of 4 Turtles. I've got toy version of 4 Turtles movie, but I haven't went for the 4 of everything. You know, like I like grabbing just the wee random ones like that, like how a Boonga. They were just great, but I was like, I only need Donnie. I don't need the rest. Because actually, do I need all those? And I think that's a good fun way to collect because you get to experience different toy lines, different companies, what they do, and how they kind of do fun stuff. But I like it. I like a clever, something different.
100%. I'm so excited about that knockoff that they've done, Donnie and Danny.
I agree. Like they're so stupid.
Absolutely
so
mental.
Yeah.
And Guyver 400's mentioned in the chat here about the McFarlane are doing page punches. And that's like a smaller page punches figure, and it's reasonably basic, but aesthetically, I like the look of it, the way they've done it, and it comes with a packing comic, which always excites me. I love a packing comic.
The one
That's how
thing
they
that
get you.
I think Turtles has done really well is staying true to its roots, but adding little subtleties. Giving Donatello glasses, I think, is an incredible touch. As someone who wears glasses from the age 25, I'm all about glasses. And giving him giving him the gapped tooth in, like, what was it, 2012?
Mm-hmm.
I just think these subtle bits. I obviously think The Last Ronin is incredible.
Oh,
I'd love to know why they chose Michelangelo, as in when they were researching it and doing it all and getting it. Do you think they just put names in a hat and we're like, which turtle is going to?
No, I think they went, what's the least likely option?
I agree. I think that as well. I think they kind of went, well, what's the a Raph or a Leo you can see surviving really well.
Yeah, sure.
Donnie was intelligent, you could see surviving, but Mikey was just not the weakest.
He was a party dude.
He was a party dude, but he just suddenly become the opposite. That Last Ronin is one of the best written bits of material.
It's one of the greatest moments of Turtles, entirety.
Yeah,
out of the whole thing. Turtles is like Transformers. You dip in and out, and it's so vast. It's such a big IP, like Star Wars. You just choose the bits that you like, and you forget anything else that you think is rubbish or weak, and you focus on the thing that is good. And The Last Ronin was incredible. I have when it comes to buying toys, there's various things I want. There's certain characters I want, but I always keep a random bit of money to be like, one day I'm going to buy that figure from NECA, The Last Ronin. I've known a couple of my friends that have it. Rich has it.
It's so good.
It's just everybody raves about it.
Yeah.
I'm just not a Michelangelo fan. Not to that should make a difference.
No.
Oh. I was so tempted by that NECA 2012, and now I'm like, I might still get it. I don't know. I'll see. If it's rubbish, I'll send it back.
When I was away on a flight trip at the end of September, Rudy, I picked this up. They did the Playmates kind of.
Oh, look at that!
That was in their base for £12, and I just was like,
"What?"
I know. I was like, I should have just actually. I annoyed myself that I never bought the coloured version as well. But I was like, I've got the NECA one, and I was like, I don't need the coloured one. And then when I got home with this, I was like, I should have just bought both of them. I should have bought both of these. This is gorgeous. Like, maybe just leave it in the box because it's just look at that.
It's a little bit of everything. That one, isn't it?
Yeah.
Excellent figure, excellent artwork.
Yeah. But it is a great line. And I think that's the point. Like, these brands, these evergreen kind of brands, like your He-Man, like your Transformers, like your Turtles, you can't. It'd be wrong to try and like everything because it's just too much.
Yeah.
So you kind of pick and choose the bits you really like. Is really strong. Like, and the Turtles was that very much. That Last Ronin was the most exciting thing I'd read in ages in Turtles, and I was like, this is great. Yeah. It felt I felt to our age group, like the nicest way the cartoon's not to our age group. It's like the 2012 one I absolutely love because I watched it with my kid. That was his G1 Turtles, and I love it for that. But it's still aimed at a kid audience, whereas Last Ronin did not feel like that. Last Ronin felt like it was written for us that grew up with the original Turtles, so it was great.
It was probably written by like a 45-year-old.
Yeah.
I really love the Mutant Mayhem movie though.
Oh, it's great.
Yes,
That's so
yeah.
good.
You suggested it, so I watched it, and I was just like, "Oh my god, this is great."
It's like they've done something new, different, and a bit different with it, but it works.
Agreed.
Yeah. If they just rehashed the same thing over and over, where's the fun in that? I like that they do things
exactly.
different. Yeah.
There's no fun in it because they won't do anything new.
And I think for me, that's why I've kind of started with the Joy Toy Turtles, because it's something different.
Mm-hmm.
The kind of, I think, as I was speaking to Dave Shotton about this, he originally thought, oh, it's like the Michael Bay movies, and there's hints of that, certainly in their design, but it's like they've took bits from multiple universes of the Turtles and made it their own. Plus the fact it's actually a smaller scale for someone who's getting a bit tight on space. It's looking back here, it's quite a good thing. However, I need to see them in hand first. That'll be where the proof is in the pudding, so to speak. But Bisto's got the Tricerodon. He's quite happy with that, and all the reviews seem to say, apart from the size, the quality is good. No.
If you ever want an honest feedback, if you should buy a toy, just ask Bisto, because he has a lot of toys, a lot of experience, and he kind of knows what he. If I wanted to know something, ask Rich.
Oh yeah.
Right, let's do Transformers next. So we know Hasbro make Transformers; they're really cool. I put Siege Optimus up here because for me that is the best version of Optimus Prime.
Really?
Love it. Absolutely great figure. And I love what they've done with the alt mode. I love the eyebrow lights. Yeah. Again, it's just they've done something a little bit different with it, and I enjoyed it.
Is that not the limited edition one with the green windshield? I think we did. Yeah.
But it's the same thing, really.
Mucking his thighs for some reason.
Can that be
There
it?
you go. And Takara do Transformers as well. Some of them the same as the Hasbro ones, some of them not. So I thought I'd mention them separately. Bit of missing link, Ultra Magnus for you. There you go, John.
Anyone think we planned this, John?
Yeah.
We do try. Iron Factory.
My biggest regret is not getting this.
Yeah, mine's up there.
Does look very, very cool.
I just wish I'd been a bit more clever and just kind of bought one at a time.
Yeah.
And spread the cost of it, because once you add it all up, it's quite an expensive box.
Yeah.
The last time I did that was Moon Studios Train, and that took me a long time to save up. But I had 6 robots where I'm gutted.
I think they're reissuing
them.
them.
To be honest, I can't afford it, and I can't find it. And
AliExpress is probably your best bet, really.
Yeah.
But
Magic Square. They're in the they've done a lot of Legend scale, but I think they've done a few larger Masterpiece scale ones as well now, haven't they?
I think that's the point as well. Transformers get so many scales now. It makes it, you can really lean into what you prefer.
Yeah.
Or do stupid things like me and just buy a bit of everything, because it's that seems a clever way to do it.
So you can buy the ones that are too small, you can buy the ones that are too large, or you can buy the ones that are just right.
Look at that head sculpt.
All right, Goldilocks.
It's not the first time I've been called that, Lee. I'm not going to lie. New Age.
I don't really need another Megatron, but I would.
That's a great Megatron. That version more so than the kind of 86 kind of one, because it kind of proper more like a toy. And it transforms like a gun. You're never getting that for Hasbro. You might get it for Takara, I think there's always a chance you can get a missing link or a G1 reissue, but you're never getting a main line. Like this is the only way to get a main line. So that's
It looks like the Transformers annual.
yes,
All I see there is the Transformers annual I had.
yes, yeah. That Gladiators is it a Gladiators?
The Gladiators thing. Yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly what I thought as well when I got it. I love it. I think it's a great toy.
And then there's the big boys, Fans Toys. Fans Toys are quite popular, aren't they?
Yeah,
A
fans toys, and I guess was it the aesthetics aspect? Fans Toys produce some of the best looking stuff. Like some of their final bots are just gorgeous, but expensive.
We should say, technically speaking, these are not Transformers. Cough, cough. But
Converting robots.
yeah.
Defense.
Fans Hobby, another very popular one. That's
Yeah.
a version of Armada Prime.
Fans Hobby probably produce the most fun third-party Transformers, as in like to enjoyable to transform. Their stuff's just
Yeah.
Blockies. These have been wildly popular.
I've got
Haven't
that one.
they?
Building kits.
Yeah.
I have a couple of the Transformers ones and now a couple of the Pokemon ones. They're fun. And they're not hideously priced.
And again, at different scales as well. They've kind of cleaned that market up of actually we'll give you a little bit of all different things. You know, whatever you like, we'll give you something that will fit you around you. So smart marketing.
Yeah. Very affordable. So if you want to like get a good range of characters,
Easy to get as
for
well.
not a lot of money,
Yeah.
good option.
Nice there in Hobbycraft. Nice.
YOLO Park.
Sale on Primetime Toys, John. If you treat
Oh yes.
we'll have words.
That's a really good looking Mirage.
Yeah.
Look how shiny it looks. It just oozes.
YOLO Park
Right,
stuff
just-
has just got better and better.
Yeah, that's a shelf piece. That's a display piece. That's
Yeah. The Pro lines are gorgeous.
And 3-0. The 3-0 stuff looks very cool.
Yeah.
Just, the posability in the chest and stuff that they've got.
Do you also think it's
Yeah.
arguable? Like you look at these and go, are these really Transformers anymore when they don't transform? Like, you know, it's kind of
It's a figure, isn't it? But it looks cool.
But it does mean you can get a lot more plausibility and a lot more accuracy. You know that's the what you want in a collection.
Insane. This is like it's how you collect, isn't it? Like I will buy a Transformer and transform it once, and then I'll transform it back, and then I'll probably put it on the shelf. Probably won't transform it again.
Yeah,
or I'll put it into the mode that I want. Sometimes I will buy a Transformer that doesn't transform because I want the aesthetic. That's why I bought the Super 7 G2 Megatron. I don't need it to transform. I hate that tank. I think it's stupid.
Yeah.
But, I love the comic and I love how he looks as a robot.
And I think that's
But every Transformer needs to transform.
And how many, as you say, how many times do people buy their Transformer, transform it, maybe
that's
back
fun.
and forward, and then never do it again? Never do it again. Like
Just
I've
buy a
got loads of
statue.
myself to do it. Yeah. So
Spy statue.
At least 3 times. Yeah.
I was once. This is just a little anecdote. I was once in a toy group that I'm no longer part of, and it was a spirited debate all about Back to the Future. And I was just like, "So you bought that because you like Back to the Future, and you have it in the DeLorean mode?" And I was like, "Well, why didn't you just buy?"
a DeLorean.
Why didn't you just buy an actual DeLorean? Why didn't you just buy a model of the DeLorean with no panel lines, see-through windows, details in the inside? Because you never transform it into robot mode, and it just went backwards and forwards. I'm just like, just if you don't need your Transformers to transform and you want the robot, there is a company for you that is giving you what you want.
I do quite like them in the box. The Ectotron and the Knight Rider are all boxed. They've been opened up, transformed, played with, and then put back in the box because they just look cool as that G1S box. It just that's my style. But I think that's also the bit is all 5 of us could buy the same toy and we'll put it in different modes. You could do it carded, uncarded. You could pose it, and that's the bit of what Transformers always had was it gave you more options than just a standard action figure. And I think that's the bit that is great about the hobby in terms of not only just you go through all those different different options of buying bits. You can go through the different scales, you can through different companies, but then what you do when you actually get the figure can be entirely different. It's like that's the fun, but that's what I enjoy, seeing other people's collections or chatting to people like yours and seeing, it's, what have you bought and why have you bought that? Why is that your pick for your Starscream or your pick for your whatever?
And the interesting thing is, we could all buy the same exact toy. One of us would think it's absolutely the bee's knees, and then John would go, "That's pish." I don't know why I'm picking on John, but you know what I mean.
Pick on him,
Like,
it's fine.
like one of us would love it, and the other one absolutely hate it, and it's the same exact toy.
As long as I'm not squealing, you know, that's fine.
To play devil's advocate and to argue my own point, having that knowledge that you know you can transform it at any time, that's kind of key.
Yeah.
So after 5 years of owning a toy, you might just think, do you know what? I'm going to transform that bad boy right now. Let me go to YouTube to see how I do
And then
it.
you break it.
Then you break it.
Yeah.
And then you're like, oh, I was going to do a video on this, but I can't now because I've broken it.
I did MP1, like at one point last year I did MP1, and I was just like, I hadn't transformed it in at least 10 years, and I was just like, this is great fun. Like it, and I think that is the bit that, because you don't transform them all the time, you can then get that same experience with some of these toys that you did the first time round. Like if you transformed every day, you lose that. You know, I've got bots that sit on my desk that I just kind of sit and play with, and generally because they're fun, we transforms. Like I love a wee Doctor Who figure. Like I've got like wee Cyclonus sitting there. Like,
oh god, that's tiny.
It is. Like, and again, back to the, you know, you compare it to an Iron Factory Cyclonus. You can tell I like the IDW stuff. Like that's your legend skill, and then look at the size. It just scales with nothing. Doesn't even scale. Micromasters doesn't look right with Micromasters. It just silly wee small bits. It just, but it's fun, and that's a bit like I collect fun toys. That's the way I look at it, because there's no point in trying to say I collect a scale or a company. I just collect things that I think are fun, and that I used to be very much like I only collect Hasbro. Then I went with I got some Masterpiece, and I was like, oh, I think I'll do a Masterpiece. But I then realised that there's fun in both, and then there's fun in Legends. Like I had no interest in Legends at first, and then I picked a couple up, and I'm like, these are great. And the Doctor Who totally skipped by until somebody asked for me to get a stock of them, and I'm not going to say who that person was, because they're to blame for the fact that I've got loads of Doctor Who figures now, because I got it in, and they're like, open it up and see what you think. And as soon as I opened it, I was like, this is great. It was Ultra Magnus. It wasn't you, John. It was somebody else.
No.
It was Ultra Magnus. Honestly, that Doctor Who Ultra Magnus is one of the best Ultra Magnus figures that's out there in terms of transformation. And it's so small, and it's so much fun. And I think that's the bit that I always think these people who are like, I only buy official, or only buy this. You're missing out on toys. Like, it's just missing out on experiences. Like,
it is.
That way you collect really like.
I think sometimes people pigeonhole themselves for safety, really, to stop themselves overspending.
That's probably a good thing. Yeah. I probably should do that.
but I'm sort of like, I'll just buy what I like, but then I have to be really selective within that, and I'm very conscious of budget and stuff.
It's funny. My wife came in yesterday, so I redid. I'll send a picture. I redid my shelves. Like I kind of pegboards for IKEA behind my monitor, and I had a whiteboard on it for writing stuff for the toy business. I realised I hadn't used it in a year, and I was like, oh, I'm going to get rid of this. I'm going to put shelves on, and I've just put it as a pure eclectic mix of stuff. And my wife came in and was like, oh my god, that's so different. Like every other bit of my collection is like cultivated to be all Turtles, all Power Rangers, or all Mask, and this is just a wee bit of everything. She's like, do you know, sometimes get a bit overwhelmed by what you've got? And I was like, I do, because I've got so many toys, and owning a toy business is one of the best things ever. But in terms of having willpower, it's one of the worst things ever, because when the stuff comes in, it's like, if I didn't have the toy business, most of this stuff would never come through the house. I'd never have seen it. And it's hard to then kind of go, I'll experience this. It's easier to talk about it as well. That's my part of my justification. But
you always listen to your friends, and you're like, oh, can you get this Daicin Earth Guardian in? Oh, can you get this like bulletproof like cops figure in? And then I can.
And that is it, but there is just, back to the point earlier, there's so many fun stuff out there, like getting that aspect of new toys in for new lines. I can't wait for the day that Mask comes in. Like that genuinely, like I'm gonna have to take a day off, because there's no way I'm going to know that delivery's coming in. I've got a pile of stock coming in, so I'll need to be in for the stock for it delivery. But the aspect of opening it up and seeing new mask toys, and they're the same toys I had as a kid. I've got a full vintage collection of masks, but seeing it that perfect condition with all the extra bits is going to just be an incredible experience.
Yeah.
And as long as you're still having those experiences and that fun out of it, and as long as you're not just spending money for sake of spending money, and you're not getting yourself into financial bit, why not enjoy it? Like the big one for me recently was I got Turtles reissue, the Turtles layer, and the Mutant module. I had like 2 of the vehicles as a kid. I always wanted them, and I've managed to get like all these reissue vehicles, and it's just like the box comes in, I feel like a kid again, and that's a good thing. It's a fun thing. That's why you do it.
Right. I'm very conscious of the time now. Time's ticking along. So before we wrap up Transformers, Lee, I know you've got a few Transformers from different brands. So and you've been a bit quiet. So do you want to give your thoughts?
So different brands.
Have you got like some favourites?
I do like the old classic of the generations. It's just especially since the Siege. Because they have lately got that perfect mix of transforming fun and good visuals. For example, one of my favourite ones I've been messing around with lately is the old Armada, which is brilliant. The reason I've started messing with that again because of the new Nemesis one. So we wanted to. It's like with Transformers because they've got different, not only different companies do it, they also got different genres. You've got your G1s, got everyone's favourites, Beast Wars.
Oh, hello.
and you like this one over here. The old Michael Bay movie aesthetic. So you just got different, like you've been saying all along, you just got different aesthetics and different ways of collecting. And it's like always one of my favourite when you're scouting through Facebook is when you see other people's collections and how they do it, how they display them. And it also gives you ideas to make your display better.
Awesome. I'm aware we've not really caught up with the chat for a little while, so do you want to have a quick go through that, and then I can skim through some more slides quickly.
Let's have a look.
Like the other day, we had some really wonderful feedback about how to improve our podcasting and all. So it's like, engage more with the chat. And I was like, let's have a dedicated person to engage with the chat. And then we start talking and nobody looks at the chat.
Well, we said we'd try and do it at the end of segments, but the segments are too long. We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Ed says missing link. Delta Magnus is the way to go now, lads.
Definitely Volts. Yep.
Where it is at. Stuart said Spider-Man has been cancelled.
That'll be in relation to the SH Figure Arts version.
Yeah, that's the.
Oh well, what a shame. Anyway.
Anywho, it says it's better to transform and not. It's better to have a transform and not transform it than to have a statue that you want to transform.
Controversial. Yeah.
Very controversial. We like controversial on here. Talk about arcades because we went to an arcade club in Bury last week.
Myself and I've beat the one in Blackpool.
Yeah, I was gonna say we beat the one in Blackpool.
Together,
Blackpool's cracking. Yeah, no, not this. Next time.
Next time. Yeah.
I'll do the
like
one soon.
I went to one in Cardiff called like Kong's Emporium or something. That was really good.
Yeah.
They're really good places to go. Nice bit of history in them.
Yeah.
Right, maybe we'll do arcade chat on another show.
Yeah.
Let's keep going. Right.
Do more arcade chat. Oh, Spider-Man.
Okay.
Spider-Man.
There's a Spider-Man. So Marvel Legends, Marvel. We're just going to do Marvel all in one go. And Marvel Legends are sort of your run-of-the-mill figures now, aren't they?
Mm.
Kind of.
Yeah.
They're all right. Some of them are better than others. Diamond Select, Marvel Select, slightly larger scale than Marvel Legends.
Rest in peace.
And yeah, they do look cool. I think from what I've heard, the articulation's a bit limited, but they look good. SH Figuarts. That's
There's the money shot.
That
Yeah.
is.
To see Cyclops' arse, honest.
Nice. I may end up getting an SH Figuarts figure eventually. They'll wear me down, I expect. if it's just the right figure, you know.
Well, that's the next one you've just shown. Like I was like, I'll get a Mezco eventually when it's the right figure, and then they did Deadpool Wolverine. I was like, yeah, that's the right figure. I've ordered them. So
Tonight's episode is sponsored by Mezco. Other toy retailers are available.
And then Mafex. That's a
that's
really
quite
good
nice.
looking Captain
Yeah.
America.
I love some of the Mafex one. They do a Scarlet Spider one that I've always wanted.
Mhm.
Nice. I like that.
Yeah, I still don't have a Spider-Man in my collection, and I have no idea how. At some point, I will get a Spider-Man, but I don't know which one.
You got to
There's
choose.
many of them.
There is
Yeah.
many choices, many aesthetics. Spider-Man.
Mhm.
3-0. The 3-0 stuff looks very cool, I have to say.
Mhm.
But I probably won't go there, and equally, I won't go on Hot Toys. Just too much.
If you're ever going to get one, just get one. If you ever need to experience it, save up your money and get one.
I've got the Hot Toys Deadpool 2 from the Deadpool from Deadpool movie 2. It's gorgeous. I've got an Iron Man as well because I got that in clearance for under £100, and I thought I'm having that.
Oh wow!
That's really nice. Years ago. Not to the level they are now, but they are. I mean, the Hot Toys stuff's nice, but it's just expensive.
Right, that's it for the Marvel part of the slideshow. Yeah, Marvel Legends. I got the Marvel Legends Deluxe Scar, which was originally priced at £50, and I thought that was too much. I found it on discount for £35 posted, and I was like, yeah, all right, I'll get it. And I was really impressed with that figure. I thought that was a really good figure. And then I got two of the regular sized Marvel Legends, they're Nova and Namorita, and they just feel a bit wimpy. Really, they're not bad figures, but yeah, I think it's because I had Masterverse and McFarlane figures first, and then I got the Marvel Legends, and it's like, yeah, the Scar was fine because he's still chunky because he's a deluxe, and then I got the smaller one.
The original Marvel Legends when they did them, Spider-Man, I don't think it was called Spider-Man Legends, but it was Spider-Man line first, and then they went into kind of Marvel Legends with X-Men. They were early 2000s and Woolworths, and they were like a tenner, and they were great with Build-A-Figures and stuff. And then the newer ones. And the problem, I suppose, with these lines is when you're like, I don't really need them, but then when you see them in cheap. So I got the Age of Apocalypse set, most of them in Entertainer, and they were dirt cheap. But then it's like, well, I've got 90%. I now need to go and get the rest of them. I didn't need them, but suddenly because I'd got so many, I was like, I now need to get the Apocalypse. I need to get this and that. So, but the Marvel Legends stuff, some of them are just brilliant. But I think it's not figure by figure basis. Some of them are just you get them, you're like, this is excellent, and then others you're like, this is good. Posability, standing. Some of the female ones are really tough to get them to stand without just leaning on another character.
I think some they've phoned in.
Yes. Yeah.
Others they're just like, we can make this quickly, effectively. We can make X amount. In reference to your point about very early Marvel Legend, I feel like they came with scenery pieces.
Yeah, they did. Yeah.
So you could build a lamppost, or you could build a wall or a bit of pavement.
Yeah, so not like the Wolverine came with a bit of Sentinel, and they were
I've got an old school one.
way ahead of themselves. They were so ahead of themselves. They're so good. The movie ones.
That's the Cyclops one, isn't it? Yeah. You've shown me that one before. So when you think about what age how old it is, it's
double joints.
And they used to do cool. They did cool figure packs. So they did like a Fantastic Four figure pack.
Yeah.
They did a Sinister Six pack. Remember getting a Sinister Six pack in Woolworths, and it was like, I can't remember how much it was, but I remember thinking, going, "This is a steal! Like, this is so good." And then the X-Men pack, they did like Beast and stuff. I loved that point. But like, that was probably one of the big first lines I collected.
Yeah, the Spider-Man.
Yeah.
With a heel in his back. With a heel.
Nice. I did quite like the look of the Maximum Spider-Man that they've done recently in Marvel Legends, but I can't see the value in it. 50 quid. Don't know.
So, I collect the 90s Spider-Man line. It's pretty much finished now, but apart from the odd sort of character.
The cards for them are just, again, like, back to the aspect that companies knowing exactly how to get people, like making them the carded figures look so good. It's like, honestly, see if they were in just a normal shop and I could pick them up, I probably would have caved on them. Like, because I don't see them in a shop, it's easier to kind of go, no, I don't. You know, I don't need to get them. But if I saw them at Smiths and they were all there, it'd be like, oh my God, this is gorgeous. And that's the aesthetics of actually a collector line that gives you something like that you can display like on a shelf, whether it be on card or not. Like, look at Pete. Pete buys Pete from the show buys 2 because he wants one loose and one the card because the cards are so nice.
That was my fault.
Nice.
Sorry. Yeah. I showed him the stuff and he was like, "Should I get these, John?" I was like, "Yes."
Yeah.
I never did get 2.
Good enabler.
You know, keep the card back, cut the bubble. No.
There's a couple of characters missing from that line, though, isn't there?
There is the
Nick
Spot.
Fury in blue and white.
Yeah. Blue Punisher.
Blue Punisher. Yeah, with his headband.
We could do it like
as I want.
Julie in the chat's just mentioned the new Gamerverse Juggernaut from Marvel Legends. That looks so good. But again, that's one of their deluxe figures. That's one of the bigger ones. I think when I look at all the Marvel Legends, it's the bigger ones that I look at and go, that actually appeals. Yeah. And those Gamerverse ones, because you know, Marvel versus Capcom games, if I get a Storm Arena Ryu, which I'm gonna get, then I start to think, shall I get a Cyclops? Ooh,
that's just
And you've got a choice of Cyclops as well. You've got X-Men 97 Cyclops, which is pretty much the same design as the Gamerverse one. But then you've got Gamerverse Captain America. And you're like,
Again, so many good choices.
Right. We'll move on to the next thing. Bit of Warhammer. So there's a few companies out there doing Warhammer. Bandai are doing some Warhammer figures. Joy Toy
stuff's so good.
Of course. Yeah, people love that Joy Toy stuff, don't they? And McFarlane have done some Warhammer. That's the
McFarlane's okay. I've got a couple. The Joy Toy stuff and came out just after McFarlane. For me, like, I used to play it every Sunday, like my friends, for years, and then pandemic happened. My wife got a shift change. Now works every Sunday, so I've not played a game in probably 5 years. And when I realised that I was probably not going to play again, but I still wanted that refixed, that's when they came in and I bought. At first, I bought I was a Space Wolves guy, so I kept buying all the Space Wolves, and then I'm like, what am I doing? Like, I don't play the game. I've got all these painted models. I've got all these models to build. Like, I even bought the most recent Space Wolves box of models just because I was like, I need to have it. And then I was like, nah, very quickly, thankfully, the Joy Toy stuff was when I went, nope, I'm not going to have to keep these. And I kept a couple of things, like I like the Outrider bikes. I kept an Outrider bike. I kept a couple of figures, but I generally just was like, that. I can pass that off because you do need to kind of say no at some points. The McFarlane stuff, it's okay. It's too big. It's too clunky. The actual Joy Toy fit perfectly for the scale, for the size.
See, I'm like the opposite of Moth. So I really like the McFarlane ones because they're big, chunky. They are designed to be like an action figure. and I think they did them unpainted so you could paint them as well. They kind of
Yeah.
covered a lot of bases. It very much feels like a toy.
Yeah.
Which I'm the same with Moth. I kind of painted when I was younger, probably, and I played a lot. And then I kind of got back into it in the mid, 2015, 2016, maybe. Just painting. The one I really wanted, though, was the Bandai stuff. And then when I found out how expensive they were, I was just like, come on, you cannot charge a pre-order for, I think it was like £90 maybe, 89.99, all up front to guarantee you to get one because they are all made to order. I understand like that makes them very unique and very beautiful, and painting yellow is quite hard. So if you want a an Iron Fist, the Bandai ones look incredible and they have way more like maneuverability and posability and are really aesthetically pleasing, but they come at a price.
Yeah, I bought a McFarlane. I bought a grey Pop and a grey McFarlane to do. I've got my own chapter about like during the pandemic when I literally the day before pretty much lockdown was announced, I went to Warhammer and spent £600 on just loads of models because I was like, I know I'm going to be painting loads. Just was like, so I had a great time. Like on my downtime between work, I just painted up loads and come up with my own faction, come up with my own chapter, and it was just great. So I then was like, I want my Pop to do that, and I want the McFarlane to do it, but again, it was just then it got to the point I was like, what am I doing? Why am I buying all these? Like, I'm not playing the game anymore. But yeah, that's so good. The Bandai stuff does look good.
Oh yeah,
really
incredible.
good.
But you pay for what you get.
Yeah,
if
you do.
If you're prepared to buy it.
Cool. Right, we've done Marvel. Let's do DC. We've mentioned McFarlane. I have a few of the McFarlane DC figures. I think they're all right, actually. I think all the ones I got were slightly on discount. You do see quite a lot of the McFarlane stuff going on discount. So maybe they're not entirely worth full price, but you do see a lot of them discounted. And I think they're pretty good. And a nice scale. I like that 7-inch scale. And then the other end of the price point, Hot Toys. Again, Hot Toys I just find terrifying. It's the faces and the eyes staring through your soul.
I don't like their human face ones. Like the ones I've got, the ones that always interest me are ones with masks and stuff because they pull them off well. But I've never been impressed with their faces really.
It's the uncanny valley, isn't it? It's like
scary.
Gonna come to life and kill you in your sleep. Yeah.
Mafex. That Mafex Superboy looks really cool.
Incredible. I really love what Mafex do. I'm yet to get one, and I should.
Yeah, eventually I'll end up getting something from each of these brands, I'm sure. But it's just time and money and getting just the right one. And then NECA have been doing these 2D DC ones. They announced these not long ago, which just have next to no articulation, but they look fun.
No.
Mezco.
More Mezco.
Yeah, more Mezco. Mondo.
Oh, I'd absolutely love this.
That is cool.
Mondo do this interesting thing where they have the figure and then they have a limited edition version that has some extra bits.
Like, I like Batman. I like the Grey Ghost. I like Two-Face, and I like Clayface. They're the only toys I've ever really wanted from Batman, and I have those three. I do not have a Clayface. But it's just all the toys I like are really expensive.
It's not fair.
It's not fair. I have to save up.
All right, that's DC. I'm going to plow on because it's a lot of the same companies coming up now, isn't it?
Yeah.
Let's have some loincloth action. Conan. Here's a Super 7 Conan. That looks all right. This one I'm quite excited for. This was revealed recently. Boss Fight Studios Epic Hacks Conan, and their like smaller, more basic Immortal Champions version that they've done, the 5POA, I think it is. That looks cool, but this one in particular looks really awesome. and I'm so tempted to go in
We
on this
we
one.
fawned over
Probably
this a
will.
couple of weeks ago, didn't we?
Yeah, that looks very good. And then there's that one, Icon Collectibles. The hair looks a bit weird on that one. But yeah, that's particular aesthetic. Heroic Signatures. That one looks cool.
And
I think the boss fight one's my favourite. Probably the one I'm going to go for because I do want to get a Conan. And there's a let's go. Let's go, King Conan.
When they do the cartoon version, you know, Conan the Adventurer, I'll pick up one there with a shield with needle in it.
Yeah. So there's a few choices out there if you're a Conan fan. And then we'll throw some Star Wars in.
Why not?
Because some people like Star Wars. So
Yes,
you've got your Hasbro Black Series and various other children's toys and stuff that they do.
That's a nice duo as well.
Yeah.
And then you've got your Hot Toys. There's an artillery stormtrooper about to fire one off.
I guess you don't like Star Wars, Dave.
I'm not a Star Wars fan, really. I liked the first 3 movies, but I'm not obsessed with Star Wars in the way that I am with other things. Yeah, and I don't think there's that many interesting character designs in Star Wars. And there's 2 good spaceships in it, let's be honest. And sorry if I'm upsetting the Star Wars fans. But yeah, I'm not a big fan.
Just that one in the chat, Boba Marts. That's it. That's it. Dislike button hit.
He's absolutely trying his heart out.
Darth Vader looks cool.
You know, I don't own a Darth Vader. There were all these
I
toys
think
on the section,
Darth
and
Vader and
I've
Boba
had
Fett
Darth Vader in the
look
past.
cool. Stormtroopers look quite cool. But then, yeah, all the variants on the Stormtrooper that are barely variants. And that's it. I think that is all of my slides. There we go. Just sort of skimmed through at the end because it's getting late.
They're all old. We need it.
Gotta go to my bed.
That's 40 somethings. And the young people in their 30s.
Will you speak for yourself?
We can't all be in our 20s, Lee. Can't all be.
Oh, Gareth's going to unsubscribe now.
That's it.
I've upset the Star Wars crowd. Oh no.
All 2 of them. All 2 of them.
Do you know what? How petty.
Yeah.
We can't all like everything, can we, gentlemen?
Well, no.
No.
Or if you do, then you're mental.
Yeah.
Because you'll get no enjoyment if you try to like everything.
No.
No.
Says the
Like
guy that wants to get a toy representation of every cartoon.
We're not hypocrites here.
Right. It's not every cartoon anyway. It's just cartoons from the 80s and 90s.
Yeah.
Or cartoons from the 70s that were shown in the 80s. Which would be Battle of the Planets, obviously.
Oh, yeah.
But I do have a princess, so that one's covered.
All right. Shall we wrap things up? Gosh, it's been a long one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been fun, though.
Yeah,
All right. Thank you, Moff, for coming on and joining us. Is there anything you want to say before you go?
No, well, I suppose I should point out, like I have added loads of new brands, lines, loads of kind of nostalgia stuff. There's a Battle of Planets on the website. Coming up, a model kit coming up end of the year. Loads of He-Man, loads of Turtles, loads of different things. As I move into this kind of our new financial year started this month, I'm leaning more into doing more nostalgia brands, not just Transformers. So hopefully there's a little bit of something for everybody.
Awesome. Primetime Toys. Good
And
stuff.
if you, I don't know if it's going to work, but I've just put a UR code just above Mob's head there.
Oh,
It should link you to the site.
very much appreciated.
All right, John, any final words?
Check that out.
That sounds a bit
Yeah.
morbid.
It's getting on you, John.
Yeah, I've had a good run. But catch me in the usual places: Instagram, the Facebook groups. I do have a YouTube channel where I do shorts Monday to Friday. As in, I don't wear shorts. I do new shorts. That's next year.
But you like shots?
Keep an eye on me on the socials, and don't buy this because it was terrible. Just buy the proper Iron Brew.
This is the content everyone comes here for.
Oh, that's why you bring me on for the
Food and drink recommendations. We don't care about toys here.
toys and biscuits. Do buy some Scottish tablet though. That's a good stuff.
Awesome.
Anyway,
Right, we'll end on that. Fantastic. And Rudy, Lee, and I will be back in 2 weeks for more shenanigans. Thank you for joining us in the chat. We will see you
bye.
next time.
Bye.
Bye now.
Plastic dreams and shells that glow. Action heroes steal the show. Collectors' hearts where toys alive. Toy me, toy you.